Jake Pierce out there on the 88 boat showing them what is up. Pierce out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona, formerly another NorCal racer, along with his dad, Joey, and very fast family. His uncle used to race, too. Really good to see them. They made the drive all the way up. I've got another group here next to me from Lake Havasu. So Havasu and the southern region showing us a little love. We've got people from as far away as Washington State. Really nice to see this. The sports spec class, folks, that is going to be our largest class today. You're going to see some good rubbing and racing out there. We got full lines. I think we have a total of 16 racers online. Had 18, but the COVID took a couple of them. Really sad to say that Devlaka Holland is spending the weekend nursing a good case of the coronavirus. And I think we lost... That's all right, though. We've still got this huge packed line, and sport class is going to be awesome. I've got a couple of folks here. Alexis, could you bring your sister over here? I'd like to chat with you, young ladies. Folks, I have the Chin sisters here. Can you introduce yourself?
I'm Alexis.
And you are?
I'm Ariana.
All right. So, ladies, I'm going to have to put this microphone right up to your lips. Otherwise, they can't hear all the wonderful words that are coming out of your mouth. So, this is your first race, right?
No, this is our second.
Okay, well, Aunt Lisa's out of the loop. So, where was your first race?
Havasu. In March.
All right, so you guys went down to Havasu, but you're from Northern California, right?
Yes.
Whereabouts?
Novato, like Bay Area.
So North Bay, cool. And how long have you guys been riding?
This is our first year on the stand-up.
Sweet. And what classes are you racing?
10 to 12 lights and women lights. I'm doing 13, 15 lights and women lights.
I'm so excited to see you guys here. Your dad was awesome. He reached out when I was looking for an extra course marshal boat. Don't know this guy from Adam, and he stepped up like a true Region 2 NorCal racer and was like, I got you. What do you need? I'll bring a boat. I'm not going to charge you for it. It was so nice, and we really appreciate your family for stepping up, and I'm excited to see you guys race. What's your favorite part about racing so far?
Meeting all the new friends and like different people.
And your weird new Aunt Lisa, right? And what's yours, Alexis?
Meeting the friends and just having fun racing.
It is a blast, and I'll tell you what, I have been privileged. I didn't even start riding stand-ups until I was 32, and I started racing when I was 34. And that was a long time ago. I won't tell you how long. But you guys are going to meet people that impact you for the rest of your life. These are going to be what I call 3 a.m. Cleveland friends. Hopefully you never get in trouble with the law at 3 a.m. in Cleveland and need to call somebody for bail money, because these people are dependable. And I call them my jet ski race family. So welcome to the family. I can't wait to see you young ladies race. Do you have any sponsors that you'd like to thank?
KDW Photos.
Oh, that's Kenny Wong, right? Yeah. Anybody else?
I'll
tell you what, I'll give you an opportunity to think about that, and you can come back and get on the mic with me later this weekend. But welcome to racing. I'm sorry, I'm your demented den mother, and I hope you guys have a great time, okay? Thanks. All right, now we've got our sport class down online. This is sport class, last chance practice. We only have one more practice after this, folks, and then we're going to rack them, stack them, take probably about a 15 or 20-minute break, but we should be off racing here in probably the next 30 to 45 minutes. This is our second to last practice. This is your sport class. If you've never been to a jet ski race, you might be looking at these going, what the heck are these things? Sport class is basically a cross between a stand-up jet ski or personal watercraft and a sit-down, or what we call a runabout. It's kind of a hybrid. These things, they haven't been made for a while, so it's super easy to find these, get into racing at a pretty reasonable price. There's a ton of modifications that you can do to them. I liken them to like the 1968 Mustang. There's, you know, a lot of bang for your buck and pretty plentiful. And the skill that it takes to ride these things is phenomenal. So keep your eyes on these sport class racers. This is going to be a great class, and they're off on their practice. That means that I need all runabouts to staging. All runabouts to staging, please. If you are racing runabout class, this is your last chance for practice. Please come to the line now and stage. All right, one more time, folks. If you're racing runabout class, and I know we have a small runabout class, but if you're racing runabout and you want some practice, you need to bring your ski to the line. Remember those helmet requirements. If you're riding anything that is started, we need you to wear a helmet while you're on the course at all times. So, like, if you look down there, Kim's moving a ski, but she's walking the ski down. She's safe. She's cool. The second she gets on that ski and starts the motor, she darn well better have her life vest and her helmet on, or Aunt Lisa's going to come down here and paddle her fanny. Big shout out to Laura Pierce watching from home. Laura, I'm bummed I don't get to see you this weekend, but I hope you come back up next weekend. Laura, the mother of Jake Pierce, they relocated to Lake Havasu City probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and Jake has just graduated from high school. I went to prom, but incredibly fast, and his mechanic slash holder slash trainer slash inspiration is his dad, Joey, and they've opened a marine shop down there in Lake Havasu. I'll have to have Joe come down and talk with me a little bit about that, because hopefully we will all be in Lake Havasu for finals in October. And if you need any work done to your ski, you need parts, anything, these shops, it's always great to have a good relationship with them and a contact. And I can tell you from firsthand experience, Joey Pierce has been in racing with his brother for decades now, and definitely knows what's up. So great resource there. Speaking of sponsors, even though Joey's not an official sponsor, we want to make sure and thank 321 Kawasaki, Moto Options, and of course our friends over at KDW Photos, as well as M&M Marine, 771 Industries, and Marine One for their support of our race program here. My ex-spotter, Patrick, just came down and asked a very legit question. He wanted to know when we were going to start racing. And we're going to finish up these practices. We've got our runabouts down online. That is our last chance practice. And then we're going to take a few minutes to make sure that everything is adjusted properly on the course. We've got all of our race staff in place. And we will literally be off to the races in probably I'm going to say 20 to 30 minutes, folks. Just remember, everything that I say is unofficial this weekend. As I'm calling the races and you see people come through the checkers, if I say they're a winner, that's just because I say they're a winner. Doesn't necessarily mean that I missed a buoy that they missed. It's not official until it is on the scoreboard. And speaking of scoreboard, you want to come down and keep a close eye on the pit board. I am under the Liqui-Moly Marine Easy Up right now, and our pit board is right next to us here. So you'll want to check that frequently throughout the day, because your first moto, say you've got 5 people in your class and 3 of them break down. We want you to still be able to race your class and have it be enjoyable and challenging. So we very well may mix you with another class in a safe manner. And that might mean that you switched from race 8 to race 13 or vice versa. So it's your responsibility to listen for any changes and check the pit board frequently. Want to remind parents one more time, too, that there is absolutely no swimming or leisure work in the water. This is a licensed and permitted race course, and things do happen. Throttles stick, steering cables snap, and we don't want anybody to get hurt, okay?
Check, check. Check.
Doug Wolf to registration. Doug Wolf to registration,
Check,
please.
1, 2. Check, 1, 2.
Come on, Doug, pick the ski up and get up here. Okay, now do the running man, the sprinkler, the shopping cart. Come on, work it, boy, work it. All right, I was just alerted to the fact that we may have a little bit longer delay between practices finishing up and actual race start. We've got to get a couple of other things in place, so it's probably going to be more like 45 minutes before we start racing, but we will keep you informed.
Check, check. All right. Finally got the live stream up and going. So if you want your friends and family to see you guys racing, tell them go to the Full Throttle Water X Facebook page, and it's live right now. So again, we're live on the Facebook page, Full Throttle Water X.
Sweet. Big round of applause, too, for Mav coming out and doing the live stream for us. Good to see you back, Mav. How you been?
I'm doing good. Can you guys hear me?
Nice. Yeah, I think we're going to have some good racing today. You've got your setup over there, and we're live streaming on the Full Throttle Watercross page right now on their Facebook page. That's Full Throttle Watercross group on Facebook. If you want to take a look at the live feed, or if you want to review your races, this is a great tool for you racers that are new. You're able to watch your races and see how you're holding your line, whether or not there was a spot that you could have passed easier on the course. And it's great exposure for your sponsors, too. Make sure that you let your sponsors know, hey, this is being broadcast across Facebook. We have racers from all over the world that are literally watching these races today. So I know I'll bet you $50 that Yukiko Kume in Japan will be online at some point watching us. She's a big supporter of our race series. Before we changed the name to Full Throttle Watercross, we did some racing out in Florida a couple of years ago, and we brought her over from Japan, and she raced. We've got people from all over the place, and it's just great to be able to stream these races and give exposure to the sport, because let's face it, these race venues, they have to be a little bit remote because we need the room, but you want to make sure that there's a tool for you to share with your sponsors. Look, I've gotten you some exposure. I'm running your stickers. I did really well this weekend. Make sure that you follow up with your sponsors on how you're finishing, what you're doing to promote the sport and their business. And I promise you it's going to come back to you tenfold in support from those sponsors. If anybody needs help in writing a race resume, please reach out to me. I've got examples I'd be happy to share with you. My email address is pretty hard. It's lisaprice@yahoo.com. Email me your racer profile, and I'd be happy to help you put that together. I only want what's best for our racers, and if there's any way that we can help promote you, that helps us. So don't be afraid to ask. Our Runabout class is now off the line. This is our last chance practice. These are our Runabout racers on the last chance practice. I see we're starting to get some spectators coming in. This is awesome. Great to see folks. And if you're out on the lake and you're curious about what's going on, you're more than welcome to come over. We would love to have you come and spectate the races. Bring your lawn chair. The folks here are super friendly. You might get dragged into holding a ski or two, but for the most part, it's great family fun. It's free to watch, and we would love to answer any questions that you've got. We are full throttle watercross, and we'll be out with our actual first motos. This is practice right now. We will start our first motos in about 45 minutes. If you're hungry, we've got a food vendor up here right in between the Liqui-Moly Easy Up and the Risen Wild Easy Up. They're serving food up there, so if you don't feel like making something for yourself, just walk over there. Cheaper, easier, and probably tastier. So be sure and give them some love. Along with that, we want to make sure that we thank 771 Industries, Marine One, and of course, Tommy Bonacci over there at Bomber Eyewear. In fact, I'm wearing a pair of Bombers right now. They make these awesome glasses that are polarized and they float. So if they fall off while you're riding or fishing or doing whatever you do, they're going to float. You're not going to lose your glasses, and they're super reasonable. They run, I think, anywhere from like $45 to about $85 or $90 for a pair, which is great for a polarized glass. Commander Industries has been a big supporter of our series, along with Precision Watercraft Cleaners, Moto United of Bellflower, and of course, we can't forget our friends over at Pro Rider Magazine, giving great coverage to the race series. All right, as you see, our course marshal has gone ahead and waved the riders through. Practice is underway. And I know, looking for Ching Lu out there. I'm not sure if he's practicing yet. I talked with him a little bit last night. Ching also stepping up big time and bringing another course marshal boat up. This is how awesome our riders are. I put out the call looking to rent extra boats so we would have plenty of water safety on the water and backup boats. And without even hesitating, Ching called me immediately and was like, hey, I got you. Don't worry about it. I said, okay, well, what do you want for the boat? You know, we'll make sure and take care of you. And he says, no, you know what? Just put gas in it while you use it. We're good. I mean, that's phenomenal. And then I've got other folks, like the girls that I just interviewed, their dad stepped up and he offered a runabout. I needed to get Eric Hewitt's ski down here for display, and Ben Sneldorf brokered that deal. It was just wonderful. It really takes a lot of stress and pressure off of us, especially when we don't live here, and just super appreciative of the support and love that NorCal has shown the race series. So thank you very much, you guys. We are currently live streaming on the Full Throttle Watercross Facebook page. So if you want to watch your races or let your family and friends that aren't able to be here today watch the races, we are live right now. And there's Mr. Varner making the trek all the way from Southern California. His daughter, River Varner, will be out there showing the guys the way around the course later on today. Good to see them here. All right. Now we have the last chance practice.
Let's do a last chance ski and a last chance sport and runabout to the lines.
Again, if you missed your practice before, you feel like you need a couple more laps, we're going to go ahead and cut you some slack. We're going to do last chance ski on the line now for practice. Last chance ski on the line for practice. And then we're going to line up any sport and runabout boats. We're going to let them run practice together. So if you need a couple more laps and you're in any ski class, you can come to the line now. And then we'll do runabouts and sport together after that. We figure we'll just go ahead and let you guys practice a little bit more. Enjoy your skis. Go out, ride. We're actually waiting for some fuel to come from Wheatland. We want to make sure that the water safety boats are topped off before we start racing. And so that's why we're running a little bit delayed. So, see Robbie Asmega out there. It sounds like maybe... Oh, no, he's okay. I thought maybe he was having a mechanical issue. But he's cool. The red flag's out. So, again, this is our last chance ski class to the line. Last chance ski class to the line. Any class ski, vintage, 550, open boats, GPs, whatever. If it's a pole ski and you want some more practice, get down there online right now. And we're going to follow that with a sport/runabout practice. That'll wind up our practice in the morning, and then we're going to take a short little break, and we will line everybody up for practice. All right, I just had a spectator walk up and ask if they could kindly put their skis under our Easy Up, and we're a friendly group, guys. Don't be afraid to ask. We don't want you to get barbecued. We want you to have a good time. So we got space. Come on down. Throw your lawn chair down and make some new friends. Talking about old home week here, there's people from the free ride side of the sport. If you don't know what free ride is, I'll tell you what, it's a lot of fun. And the crazy thing, here is Mr. Brian Crawford, who I have not seen in forever. Brian, how you doing? Give me a hug, buddy. Dude, I want to talk to you. I know you don't like the mic, but I want to talk to you. And if your son wants to be interviewed, I'd love to chat with him. I haven't seen him since he was 5. I haven't seen him since he was tiny. How old is he now? Crazy, he's 14. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we'll catch up. Like I said, it's Old Home Week. Last time I think I remember hanging out with Brian, we turned the sprinklers off in my parents' backyard in Pismo Beach, and you and your girlfriend camped in the yard because we had so many jet skiers on air mattresses in the house. We went down a road surf and came back and barbecued and drank and caroused, and some good times. Good to see you. Cannot wait to see your son race. All right, folks, this is our last chance practice on the water now. You see some sport boats out there along with a, what is that? That's an X4 hull. It looks like a little 96 XP with a nice paint job on it. So we're going to let them run their practice laps. We've got a couple things to do as far as maintenance around here. And then we will call you for your first races.
I got two other people. Hang on. Fuck, dude, I know this place. I'm gonna bring my son. Bring my bed.
All right, red flag coming out. Red flag. That means that practice is over. Mr. X4 is like, I'm going for it. I'm going to get my money's worth. I'm going to run another lap.
Stand up and my yeah, 95 XP.
I know you offered that to me. I'm like, I need one of those like I need a hole in the head, my friend.
I'm gonna keep it now.
Yeah,
It's a little fun.
it's fun. That's what I'm to the point of, you know. What I like is not having two strokes.
That's good and bad though, man.
I know.
You can't fuck with it.
I've done a little bit to this one with the tune and everything, and I've got mid-70s out of it, and that's where it's staying. It's plenty.
My back can't take that shit no more, you know.
See how Doug did?
Alright, man, you know where I'll be.
All right, folks, we're going to take another little break. We've got to get some stuff done with our staff. So relax for a few minutes. We've got all of our practices out of the way. And listen for announcements. We will let you know when the first moto is coming to the line. Race 2 is going to be Sport Spec. That is a huge class, so I need you guys to go ahead and start staging. Remember, when you come to the line, if you're coming around by the scoring tower there, you need to stand between the yellow buoy and the shore. Do not go on the outside of that yellow buoy. Race 1 to the line, race 1 to the line, race 2 to staging, race 2 to staging. That is Sport Spec to staging. All right, folks, we're going to go down through this race lineup. We are looking at race number 1. This is your 13 to 15 ski lights class, as well as the 10 to 12 ski lights class. Down on line on that 55 ski. Coming to you from Galt, California right now, but relocating to Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Put your hands together for that 55 boat of Patrick Parker. Patrick is sponsored by Pete Zernick, Happy Heating and Air, and of course, Mom and Dad. Racing with Patrick on that 328 boat out of Auburn, California is Ronin Dragon. Ronin is sponsored by Top End Unlimited, and they're going to be lining up next to our 10 and 12 ski lights class on the 111 boat from Novato, California, sponsored by 771 Industries, KDW Photos, Pro Watercraft Racing, IPD Graphics, the Sacramento Jet Ski Club, Jets Trim, Moto Option, Blosian, Pro Rider, and Vintage Ski. Folks, apparently she needs some more sponsors. Welcome Alexis Chin on the 752 boat from Layton, California. Sponsored by Ultimate Watercraft Performance, M&M Marine, and Coda Services, Mr. Gavin Hoggard. On that 851 boat from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, is Britton Reinhard. Britton is sponsored by Mojave Block, Jet Trim, TC Freeride, Pro Watercraft, Go Fast Girls, and Jet Trim. And on the 921, rounding out the field from Gilroy, California, is Brandon Wong. Brandon wants to be sure and thank his sponsors at Fly Racing, Jet Pilot, KDW Photos, and 771 Industries. Folks, this is Moto1, Race 1. This is your 13 to 15 ski lights class and 10 to 12 ski lights class, also known as a junior racers. Folks, we're going to do the national anthem before we start the races, and I personally would actually like to ask for a moment of silence in memory of Eric Hewitt before we do that national anthem. All right, we're getting our race staff into position. Colin Richards, I could really use a radio if you've got an extra one. That would be awesome. Helps us communicate a little bit more effectively. Deegan Newton. Mr. Wolf needs your attention. All right, folks, if you can go ahead and power your skis down, I'm going to respectfully ask for a moment of silence for our lost racer, Eric Hewitt. If you want to just bow your head and say a little personal prayer. We lost Eric tragically 2 weeks ago today, and he was part of our race family, We loved him dearly. So let's have a moment of silence, please. All right, let's go ahead, start those motors up, and let's show these folks what we've got. Let's go racing. This is full throttle watercross. This is moto number 1, race number 1. These are your junior racers. We are going to run the first moto, and then we will do our national anthem at the beginning of the second moto. Thanks a lot for participating in that, folks. It means a lot to us. All right, you can see these racers, all the anticipation. They are off. This is our first race, moto number 1. This is racing a 2-moto format for all classes. We'll race this morning, and then they'll race again in the afternoon. The second moto carries just a few more points, so it's basically a tiebreaker. Oh, looks like we've got I hear whistles. Got a racer down. I don't see red flags, though, so that's good. Again, this is our junior class. These are racers. I know we've got some riders that have never raced before, and it looks like they are going to go ahead and red flag this start. I don't know if we've got folks that are just lost, but do you see a rider down? All right, it looks like we did have quite a few racers that were lost there. So when you start, you're going to go out to the first orange buoy. You're going to go right, and then right again around the number 2 buoy, and then straight ahead, you're going to go left around that number 3 buoy. So we had quite a few racers that missed that. And for safety's sake and to make sure that the riders know the course, we went ahead and red flagged the start and brought them back. So you're not going to see a lot of red flags today, folks. The only time you're going to see that is if somebody's really lost like this. These are brand new racers. Or if we can't figure out who actually jumped the line. But if you jump the line, we're not stopping the race. You're down a lap, and you're going to have to take that penalty buoy. All right, we are going to go ahead and please stand for your national anthem. All right, are you guys ready to race? Come on, man. That's like the response from a funeral home. Are you ready to race? Yeah, this is Full Throttle Watercross. If you want to watch this race streaming live, you can find us at Full Throttle Watercross on Facebook. We are streaming live now through Mav over there under the Blue Easy Up, and we've got our first race down on live. Had a little bobble there by the 328 Ronin Dragon. Having a little bit of trouble on the start. It's okay, kiddo. Don't worry about it. And he's off. Good job, kiddo. Folks, give these kids a big round of applause. Many cases, this is their first race. They're very nervous. If you've been out there racing yourself, you know how much adrenaline is going through your system. So it is pretty darned exciting, and I think he maybe just have flooded the ski a little bit, but he's off and doing great. This is your 13 to 15 lights class, so blended with the 10 to 12 ski lights class. We do have a racer down on the far side of the course. Got our course marshals in there. As you see, he's got his yellow flag out. He will block the rider until the rider is confirmed okay, and they're going to get their ski started. If for some reason they're not able to start the ski, then we will go ahead and tow them off the course. But needless to say, these course marshals doing a great job out there. If I can get my sports spec class to the line, sports spec class to the line, I'm going to be looking for Kenny Wong, Casey Kleeschulte, Brian Sue, Kyle Alverson, Chris Innes, Terry Cass, Isabella Parker, Bradley Almio, Rod Bigman, Ben Sneldorf Q, and Jacob Liu, Matthew Nix, Jackie Rigsby, and Norm Yee. That is your sport class. Your race is now staging online. In the meantime, we still have that rider down over there on the far side of the course. And looks like they may end up having to tow him off. Normally we don't have this many skis down at one time, but as I said, these are brand new racers. And I got to tell you, racing jet skis, it's not easy. You know, it looks like, oh, well, there's buoys out there, I can do that. But things come up pretty quickly. It's really easy to crash and burn. And sometimes your skis don't start right away, but it looks like that rider's back up. I think he's going to go ahead and bring the ski into shore. It looks like he may be having a mechanical issue, so.
Race 3, Runabout stock, Runabout GP to staging. Race 4, start getting ready.
All right, that was the 328 boat of Ronin Dragon. Unfortunately, Ronin having a little mechanical issue, but that's okay, Ronin. You've got moto number 2 and tomorrow. Don't get upset. It'll be all right. Had a little bit of trouble seeing the skis. Folks, if you could clear the view between the starting lines so I can see the riders, I'd sure appreciate that. If I wander to the water line, then I'm going to be barbecued worse than normal if I stand out there all weekend. So old lady skin needs some shade and a little clear view. Coming through the start finish here, making this turn. That is the 111 ski of Alexis Chen out of Novato, California. She is racing in the 10 to 12 ski lights, and this is her and her sister's second races.
Yes. I'm just going to
All right, folks, put your hands together for these racers. This is exciting for these juniors. I believe that is going to be the 5.5 of Patrick Parker out of Galt, California, working their way through. And I see Britton Reinhardt out there on the 851. A lot of folks made the drive all the way from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, and that's pretty impressive considering our gas prices and the distance. So we really appreciate our racers making the trek. Look at this pretty ski coming through here. That is the 921 of Brandon Wong from Gilroy, California. Brandon is sponsored by Fly Racing, Jet Pilot, KDW Photos, and of course our friends over at 771 Industries. Down online now is our sport class. They are staging right now. And we did something a little bit unique this time. We are placing you in your starting position based upon how you registered. So first registrant to the class got to pick their position. And sometimes folks don't always like the pole position, but we're going to go ahead and line these folks up. On the number 1 boat from Gilroy, California is Kenny Wong, father of the kid that's out there right now racing around. We've got Casey Cleashulty out of Newcastle, California, Brian Sue from Gilroy, Kyle Alverson from Porterville, Chris Ennis from Bakersfield, and of course Carrie Cass from Sparks, Nevada. Isabella Parker from Reno, Nevada, Bradley Almilo from Palmdale, California, and of course our buddy Rod Big Man out of Newark, California. Ben Sneldorf coming to you from Fairfield, California, and rounding out the field from Fresno, California is Jacob Liu. From Wilton, California is Matthew Nix. Coming to you from Sparks, Nevada is Jackie Rigsby. And of course, put your hands together for everybody's favorite keyboard cowboy from Sacramento, California, Mr. Norm Yee. Looking to see, I see the checkered flag coming out there, I think. Robbie Hall. Getting ready to flag this race. Folks, put your hands together for these junior riders. They're doing a heck of a job out there. And coming through with 1 lap left to go. Out in front on the 111 boat, that is Alexis Chin. She's getting chased around the field there, though. Third place is the 851 of Britton Reinhardt out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And I did not catch the boat number on the second ski. I'm sorry. I promise we'll be better.
That confused the heck
Big
out of
shout out to our girls/ladies in registration. You guys have done an amazing job. Thank you so much. You put up with us. Nicole Marsick in particular has the worst job on the race site, and she keeps coming back for more punishment. So thanks a lot, and I appreciate that. Glad I don't have to do it.
Right here.
This is race 2 on the line. That means that race number 3, race 3, you need to come to staging. That is going to be, there's so many racers in race number 2. I'm going to page through. Race number 3 is going to be your runabout stock class. Runabout stock to staging, please. So we're going to be looking for Kim Richards, Colin Richards, Ching Lu, and Rod Asmega. Your runabout class is in staging now. All right, coming through, taking that checker. I think that was the 921 of Brandon Wong. Everything that I say is unofficial until it's posted, so. Put your hands together, folks. That is Brandon Wong on the 921 boat, followed by the 111 boat of Alexis Chin. Great job, kids. You guys did awesome. I'm going to clear the course. It looks like we may have a boat or rider that's being towed on the far side. Actually, they're fixing a buoy, it looks like. All right, we're going to be doing 8 laps. 8 laps, sport riders. Put your hands up if you heard me say that. 8 laps. Take an opportunity to discuss some sponsorships here. Supporting rider Kenny Wong from Gilroy, California. Put your hands together for his awesome sponsors. Jet Pilot, Fly Racing, Pro Rider Magazine, Moto Option, 771 Industries, Pro Watercraft, IPD Graphics, and of course, Vintage Jet Ski. On the number 4 boat from Newcastle, California, sponsored by Yamaha Motor Corporation, Roseville Motorsports, Go Fast US, Moto Fin, KDW Photos, Watercross of Texas, and of course his awesome dad, Jeff Cleashulty. Please welcome the number 4 boat of Casey Cleashulty. On the 24 boat, sponsored by KDW Photos and Factory Effects from Gilroy, California, is Brian Sue. On that 51 boat out of Porterville, California, looking for sponsorships. Please welcome Kyle Alverson on the 86 boat from Bakersfield, California. Sponsored by Sideways Designs and Vintage Jet Skis, Mr. Chris Innes. On the 103 boat from Sparks, Nevada. Sponsored by TC Racing and Rebuild, JC Racing and Jet Trim is Terry Cass. On the 169 boat from Reno, Nevada, sponsored by Rhino Hub, Girl Dads Apparel, and KDW Photography, as well as ODI Grips, Miss Isabella Parker. And on the 222 boat from Palmdale is Brad Alamio. Brad is wishing to thank his support program in Hill Racing, Nickerson Performance, Watercraft Direct, Home Team Racing, and Jet Pilot, as well as Jet Trim. On the 301 boat, keep your eye on this guy. He may look a little deceiving. He may look like maybe he's a little bit elderly. Rod Bigman can ride the hull out of I said hull, not anything else, out of an X4 hull. And he's on that 301 boat. He's sponsored by Ultimate Watercraft Performance, HGM Racing, Scott's Custom Wiring, and Custom Paint by Hunter. Rounding out our field, you're going to be looking at the 328 boat of Ben Sneldorf Q from Fairfield, California, sponsored by Top Inn Unlimited, Jet Trim, Black Flags, and 771 Industries. We have 4 more racers. This class is stacked, folks. That is the 551 of Jacob Liu from Fresno, California, the 701 boat of Matthew Nix out of Wilton, the 911 boat of Jackie Risby from Sparks, and the 951 boat of Norm Yee. Watch the action. They are off, and this is a full line. Well, I'll tell you what, it's hard to see who got that hole shot. But I see the 911 of Jackie Rigsby having a little bit of an issue on the starting line. We do have a rider down on that first buoy. Course marshals are going to come in and block. Riders did a beautiful job of getting around them. Woo! It is starting to get toasty, folks. All right, put your hands together. Who is this? Who's got the hole shot? What is the boat number? That is Isabella Parker out of Reno, Nevada on the 169 boat. And I'll tell you what, put your hands together for these racers, guys. These sport boats are not easy to ride. This is challenging. All right, down on line is in staging is race 3. Race 3 to staging. Race 3 to staging, that's going to be your runabout stock class and runabout GP class. Race 3 to staging. Race 4, that's going to be your 550 mod vintage class. Race 4, you guys need to start gearing up and getting ready. Sport class out there ripping it up. This is the largest class of the weekend. And again, a lot of people that are interested in getting involved in racing, they may not know, what they can do, but check out Isabella Parker showing the boys the way around this course. Takes a look back over her shoulder. And looks like she may have some company coming up. Again, if you wish to review these races or if you want to share the races with your family that couldn't be here, we are live streaming right now. Map TV is live streaming on the Facebook page. Look for Full Throttle Watercross Facebook page, and you can either watch the races live or you can review them later. Norm Yee just kind of cruising out there. It's a 301 boat coming through the start finish. These boats are super tippy. Race 3 to the line. Race 4 to staging, please. Race 3 to the line. Race 4 to staging. Jared Connor to the starting line. Jared Connor to the starting line. Jared Connor to the starting line. Folks, if you're spectating out here and you're interested in getting involved in personal watercraft racing, please come down to registration. We would be happy to share how you can get involved, what the entry fees are. We're racing again tomorrow, and it's a totally different round. So if you want to watch today and race tomorrow, then we would love to get you signed up and get you hooked on jet ski racing. That is the 103 boat of Terry Cass working their way past the start-finish line. Cass coming to you from Sparks, Nevada on that 301 boat. That is Rod Bigman. Bigman on a beautiful lime green. Is that an HX? Looks like you got the paint can out for that. Race 3 to the line, race 4 to staging. Race 3 to the line, race 4 to staging, please. All right, we have crossed flags up in the tower. That indicates that we are halfway through this moto. We've got 4 more laps left to go, and I'll tell you what, these sport boats will tear you up. The endurance it takes and the skill to ride one of these old sport boats, pretty significant. But I'll tell you what, if you get on one, once you run a buoy course, there's no going back. You will want to race, I guarantee you. Bigman holding off 51 of Kyle Anderson out of Porterville, California, but tell you what, he better find a couple more inches on that throttle and pull it, because he's got some company. And I didn't catch the number of the boat, but Anderson just got passed over there on the back side of the course here, headed around the 3 buoy, and passed Bigman too. I'm going to have to get that boat number. All right, folks, I need holders to the line. I need some volunteers. If you've got 2 hands, 2 feet, and you can stand, please come to the line right now. These runabouts do not need to be lifted out of the water. They're big old 4-strokes, but I need 2, 4, 6. I need 8 holders to the line, please. You right there, you got your vest on. You're going to do that, right? I need 7 holders to the line. All right, and at this point, it's difficult to even call who's been in first place. First couple races of the day, we may not give all the love that we would like to the racers. Got a lot going on, but I promise you, announcing will get better. I think Robbie Hall, how many more laps do we have to go? 2 laps. 2 laps to make it happen. That is the 951 boat. I think that is Norm Yee. Norm catching a lot of guff for his keyboard cowboy antics. He loves to stir the poop, but I'll tell you what, he's a good guy. He is an incredibly talented rider. So he's working his way around that number 3 buoy. Out in the lead here, I think that this is your lead rider here on a white boat. He was able to get around Bigman. Going into the final turn, folks, we have one lap left to make it happen. That rider out in front bogging just a little bit. So honestly, in this class, anything could happen with those first 5 or 6 riders. One of them goes down and takes a couple boats out, could change the outcome of this entire race. So they are working their way through. That is the 301 boat of Rod Bigman coming through the start checkers. Second and first class battling it out. Take a peek at that, boy. I'm getting sold. I can't see the numbers, and the course is pretty far away from this, so I'm gonna have to either get an eyeball transplant or retire again. But difficult to see. So making their way on the last lap here, folks. Put your hands together. That beautiful red boat. I'm sorry, the boat was tipped over so far I couldn't even see the number. That's awful. All right, folks, again, I apologize to the winner of that moto. It's very difficult to see their numbers, and as they're turned on their side, it makes it real hard. So later in the day, I will probably move up into the tower to announce I've got a better view. But put your hands together for the sport class. That was the winner of last moto is the 169 boat of Isabella Parker from Reno, Nevada. Of course, everything that comes out of my mouth is unofficial until it's posted. But Isabella pretty much ran that race pole to pole. So awesome job by her. We're going to be going into moto number 3 now. Race 3, Moto1, I'm sorry. And this is going to be your runabout stock and Runabout GP class. Now down on line, put your hands together for that number 11 boat of Kim Richards. Kim coming to you from Anaheim, California. And she is sponsored by Colin Richards, PwC Engineering, Precision Watercraft Cleaning Products, Jet Trim, Works, Moto United of Bellflower, and of course, chasing her around out there. He's already started making excuses about being seriously underpowered, but I've seen the two of them go at it on the course before. On that 19 boat is Kim Richards' husband, Colin Richards, also from Anaheim, California. On the 411 boat, out of Fresno, California, sponsored by Clausen Motorsports and M&M Marines, Mr. Ching Liu. And rounding out the field on that 721 boat from Pacifica, California, sponsored by Mega Fast Racing, East Bay Motorsports, Live Bearded, and M. Lubo. Please welcome Rob Asmega Jr. This is race 3, moto number 1. This is your runabout stock and runabout GP class. That means that if you are in race number 4, Vintage 550 Mod, your race is coming to staging now. Race number 4 to staging, Vintage 550 Mod to the line. All right, again, folks, we could probably use one more holder down there, maybe 2. Who needs a holder? If you need a holder, please raise your hand. Do any of our runabout racers need a holder? All right, we need one more holder down there on the end. I think that's Rob Asmega. Nope, he's good. Robbie Asmega, another one, another generation that we've watched grow up on the racetrack. Rob used to race out here with his dad, Bob Asmega. Great, great racer. We lost him a while ago too, but watch Robbie go. Rob is so supportive of the sport that he has made the trek, knowing that he was the only person registered in his class. He came all the way to American Falls, Idaho last year, made the trek to Twin Cities a couple years ago. So really good to see him back out here. He took a few years off, started his own family, and now he's back racing. And Robbie, I'm pretty sure that your dad is up in heaven taking a peek at this, and he's pretty happy. All right, a quick reminder, guys. Pay attention. We had a lot of people miss buoys in that last moto. So you need to pick up that the pickup buoy on the next lap, or you're done. You're down a lap. So make sure and pay attention. My gosh, we have numbered the buoys for you. I don't know how much simpler we can make it for you. And I know it's challenging out there, but don't play follow the leader. If you are watching the numbers on the buoy and counting 1 to 11, you're cool. But we need to make sure that you pick up that missed buoy, or you're going to be down a lap. Hey guys, we just got a new item added to the raffle for the benefit for Eric Hewitt's family, and it includes, this is from Camp Far West, it's a really great gift basket. It includes a hat, t-shirts, cups, koozies, and a season pass for 2022 and 2023 here at Camp Far West. So make sure that you get up to the Risen Wild trailer. That is one really, really nice donation from our friends here at Camp Far West. The race is off on the line, and that means that race number 4, Ski Mod, Vintage Ski Mod to the line. Vintage Ski 550 Mod to the line. All right, that is the 721 boat of Rob Asmega from Pacifica, California. Rob is running a Runabout GP class boat, so his boat is going to be considerably faster than those Runabout stock boats. But we like to mix it up, put them in the same lineup, just blending classes. Folks, race number 4. Race number 4 is in staging now. That means that race number 5 needs to go to pre-staging. Race 5 to pre-staging. Race number 4 is going to be pretty interesting. This is going to be your vintage 550 mod class. On the line for that racing, multi-time world champion out of Marysville, California, Michael Prodanovich. On the 11 boat from Lodi, California is Austin Richardson. We're going to be looking for the 14 boat of Jason Teeter, the 27 boat of Bryson Olson, the 5-5 boat out of Yuba City, California of Ryan Jensen, the 5-9 boat from Oroville of Matthew Wright. Sean Lung is racing the 69 boat out of Fresno, California, and of course Rachel Cummings is going to be showing the guys way around the course on the 95 boat. She comes to you from Hawthorne, California. And, of course, our friend Caden Carpinella on that 110 boat out of Sparks, Nevada. Rounding out the field is going to be the 116 boat of Travis Kinney from Reno, Nevada. And Andrew Cesare is on the 476 boat, also from Hawthorne. Our final rider for race number 4 is going to be Gary Dowse from Chino, California on that 525 boat. Robbie Asmega working his way through here. But here is the 411 boat. This is the info of Ching Liu from Fresno, California. Ching is sponsored by Clausen Motorsports and M&M Motorsports. Following Ching Liu in his class is going to be Kim Richards on that 11 boat from Anaheim, California. And rounding out the field on the 19 boat is Colin Richards from Anaheim, California. Good to see these vintage 550 mods coming down the line. These are the OGs of racing, guys. These are the legit Not easy to ride boats, but you're going to see some great racing going down. Pradanovic, incredibly fast, but I'm going to be looking for people like Bryson Olson to go rail to rail with him in this next moto. Race number 4 is now on the line. Race number 4 on the line. That means that race number 5, which is going to be your ski stock class and ski 4-stroke lights, as well as ski 2-stroke limited. Race number 5 to staging. Race 5 to staging, please. All right, I see the flags crossed up there. Robbie Hall letting our racers know you are halfway through the race. That means that we've got, Robbie, what, 4 more laps? Robbie Hall, how many laps? 4? Yep. Great turnout for the races here this weekend. People camped all the way into the far corner of the cove. And that is the, somebody's boat is not sounding healthy. I think that's the 19 of Colin Richards. I know he said his boat was terribly underpowered, but it doesn't sound healthy to me. And actually, Colin Richards, from my point of view, Colin Richards just missed a buoy. He missed that 3 buoy. And unfortunately was followed by Rob Asmega. And so we've got some folks that are going to need to either make up the buoy on the next lap, or they're going to be down a lap, and that's going to put Ching Lu in first place. Lu, paying attention to the numbers on those buoys. And honestly, you guys, you can joke and laugh all you want, but when I first got started in racing, it's so exciting, and you've got so much adrenaline going on, and you're trying to be situationally aware on the water. In all honesty, it's a real simple. You take some orange tape and some yellow tape, and you put them on the corresponding sides of your handlebars, and you literally can look down and match, oh, I got to turn left here, and now I go right. So that's a nice little pointer, pretty simple. Rob Asmega making his way around the field. This is a walk in the park for that GP boat of his. But Ching Lu, giving him a run for his money. Lu on a brand new boat. He was telling me last night that he has 2 hours on the boat. And I'm pretty sure that this is not how you're supposed to break a boat in, but he is still in a little bit of a governor mode on that boat, and I think he may be out there giving Robbie a good run for his money if that were, they're going rail to rail, and I think maybe Ching might have missed a buoy. Not sure, but he is all over Rob Asmega, and yeah, Ching's realizing now, oops, I screwed up. I missed some buoys. See him hesitating. He actually looks like he may have missed 2 buoys at this point. Folks, make sure that the numbers on your skis are super legible. I'm going to have to move from where I'm announcing at the break, because I literally, as you come through the start-finish, if you lay it on its side, I can't see your boat numbers. Even if you're upright, a lot of the boats I can't see real well, but that is the 721 boat of Rob Asmega, starting his last lap. Let's see if he negotiates this course right. Around the 1, around the 2, he heads over to the yellow 3 and hangs a left. And he's finally learned the course on the last lap. So I do not envy the lap counters for any racing. There's just a couple things that I refuse to do on a race site, and that is scoring or lap counting. Because anytime anybody comes to talk to you, generally they are not in a very good mood, and it's not your fault they missed a buoy. So working their way around the course here, and it looks like Colin Richards out there on that blue boat. A vintage 550 mod is now down online. We're going to be looking for a total of, this is a big class, 12 boats. 12 boats. We're going to be looking for the number 2 boat of Pradanovic, the 11 boat of Richardson, the 14 boat of Jason Teeter, the 27 of Bryson Olson, the 5-5 of Ryan Jensen, the 59 boat of Matthew Wright. Sean Lung is on that 69 boat, and I think I was talking with Sean last night. I'm pretty sure that this is his first race ever. Nice young man. On the 95 boat from Hawthorne, California is Rachel Cummings, and of course on the 110 boat is Caden Carpinella. Rounding out the field in your 550 mod class on the 116 boat, Travis Kinney, and on that 478 boat is Andrew Cesare. Your final racer in this 550 mod class is the 525 of Gary Dowse. Folks, this is race number 4, moto number 1 on the line now. Does anybody need a holder? If you need a holder, please raise your hand. Looks like everybody's set. Race number 5 to staging. Race 5 to staging. We're looking for our ski stock, ski 4-stroke lights, and ski 2-stroke limited to staging. Race number 5 to staging, please. All right, we have a lot of riders missing buoys, folks. If you need to take a look at the course, we do have a drawing over here at registration. It's super important that you know the course. We're going to cut you some slack in your first moto, but if you do it again, you will receive a black flag. You'll be escorted off the course because we need to make sure that these races are safe. If you miss a buoy, a lot of times you send yourself head on into traffic, and we don't want a situation like that. So, again, I've asked folks to make sure that their children or anybody's not swimming in the water. You'll notice that we do have a couple of photographers in the water, and that's fine. These folks do have permits to be in the water. They're shooting these races, so that's good. But just make sure that even if you're way down in the cove, don't have your kids or anybody in the water. It is not safe. All right, we're getting our water safety into position. You'll notice how this works. We've always got one course marshal watching the line to make sure that no skis have jumped. It's generally the chief course marshal. They're going to want to keep an eye on the racers, and if you jump and it's a bunch of people jumping, then they will red flag the race. Generally speaking, though, if it's just 1 or 2 people, you're going to start the race 1 lap down, and that keeps us from delaying our day. But this is race number 4. This is your vintage 550 mod class, and it looks like the 110 boat of Caden Carpinella getting a pretty good start there. We'll see what happens. This course is a little bit different. I really like the way it's laid out. We have the start where everybody starts together. They'll work their way to the right-hand side of the course, and if you move all the way down the beach, you're going to see some really great racing through that chicane. We have a split course where they've got a chicane or a zigzag route that they need to navigate through, and then it comes back together and sweeps through the start-finish line here. Race number 5 to the line, race 5, that's my ski stock, ski 4-stroke lights and ski 2-stroke limited. Race number 5 to the line, race number 6 to staging, race 6 to staging, that is my Runabout EX Spark and Runabout non-aspirated, and holy cow, folks, guess who's going to do at least 1 lap? Put your hands together for Jason Psycho Ward, my better half, usually up here in the tower announcing the races. Going to be good to see him back out there. Not sure, had severe injury to his legs. And so we'll see how that works out for him. But good to see him back out there racing. This is vintage Mod 550 now on the course. This is a big class. Watching that 11 boat of Austin Richardson dicing down the front straightaway there in front of the announcer's tower. Robbie Hull, how many laps are we doing? Can I have my stager raise their hand? Stager, raise your hands. We've got riders that need to know their position. Staging, please raise your hand. Deegan Newton. Deegan Newton. All right. Folks, if you're going to be checking in, be sure and check in with Deegan Newton down there in staging. He's the kid with the bad sunburn, the bad ankle, and super curly hair. He also happens to be your race director. All right, they are laying it over. That is the 14 boat of Jason Teeter running through those checkers. And my list is so long, I keep having to flip back and forth. Travis Kinney is on that 116 boat from Reno, Nevada. He's going to be chasing Jason Teeter down and see whether or not he can get around him over there on that number 3 buoy. In the meantime, I see that we've got our riders to staging for race 5. We'll be running through that roundup here in just a moment. Race number 5 to the line. Race number 5 to the line. I see the 22 boat of Brandon Crawford. Brandon coming to you out of Folsom, California. Brandon is the son of Brad Crawford, who's going to be his holder today. Have not seen Brandon since he was about 5 years old. But I'll tell you what, watch his unique riding style. He's got that Crawford riding style where he'll come to the buoy and he'll never switch his feet. He'll drop that handle pole really low. I'll tell you what, these Crawford boys, they can carve some turns. This is actually Brandon's first race ever. So let's show him a little bit of extra love and encourage him, okay? Race number 4 is on the water right now. This is your Mod 550 vintage class, and that is the 116 boat of Travis Kinney going down there at the start-finish line. It looks like he may be having a little mechanical, but he's back up and running. On the number 1 boat, well, I don't have a number 1 boat, but I'll bet you that is Michael Bradonovich. All right, that is Gary Dowse on the number 1 boat. Folks, if you have a boat number change, you must come to registration. Don't tell staging. Don't tell the announcer. You need to come to registration and make sure so we can change it on our paperwork, okay? We want to make sure and do everything that we can to identify you properly. All right, that is the number 2 boat. That is Michael Pradanovich coming to you from Marysville, California. Pradanovich is Serbian, so he always races under the Serbian flag. But a staple not only here in Northern California, multi-time world champion. Great to see him. And speaking about great to see people, I see some folks here that I haven't seen in forever. Eric and his lovely bride. Oh my God. It's so good to see you guys. I'll be with you in a couple minutes, okay? All right, folks, keep an eye out on the course. We do have a pair of lost goggles. You don't want to suck those up in your intake. But if you do see them, please bring them to announcing. Again, there's some goggles that have been lost on the course. Please keep your eyes peeled for those. Working their way through the course, that is the 110 boat of Caton Carpinella, chased by the 14 of Jason Teeter. Robbie Hall, how many laps left do we've got 2 laps left to go. Robbie, I love you. You listen, you respond, and here they are side by side. That is the 116 boat. That is Travis Kinney railing out there, and I didn't catch the other boat. But we have exactly 1 lap left to go, I think. We're coming up on 1 lap. White flag's coming out. All right, folks, this is your last lap. Robbie Hall holding up 2 fingers. It's going to be 2 laps for this racer. And the white flag is going to come out here in just a moment after the 14 boat. 1 lap left to go. Down on line, I'm going to go ahead and start going through the lineup because we have so many racers for the ski stock, ski 4-stroke lights, and ski 2-stroke limited class. Now down on line for race number 5 on the 4 boat coming to you from Lemoore, California, sponsored by Ultimate Watercraft Performance, M&M Marine, and DM Designs, is Paul Cota. On the 21 boat from Clovis, California is Joseph Eagles. On the 85 boat, all the way from Sammamish, Washington, sponsored by Blosian, Pulses Motorsports, and Baymar Racing. Put your hands together for that 85 boat of Aleph Badar. On the 171 boat from San Clemente, California is Max Christian. Max is sponsored by Hydrolift, River Crew Racing. And I'm trying to pay attention to the current race. We have a rider down here on the start. We have a rider down on the start. That is the 116 boat. Let me get a course marshal over here. He's having a hard time. Travis, if I were you, I'd just start walking. Walk that sucker across the finish line, boy. Travis Kinney, tough break for him. If I can get a course marshal over here to block Travis Kinney on the start, he's in kind of a vulnerable position. Good job, Mitch Rika. Great job. Back to race number 5 on the line. Race number 5 on the line. On the 209 boat from Chino, California is Jacob Brewing. On the 508 boat from Tucson, Arizona, he made that trek and is sponsored by GoFast US, Destination Hydration, and Kim Gallagher Photography. Put your hands together for David Zapirian. On the 511 boat from Fresno, California, sponsored by M&M Power Sports and Marine, is Jacob Liu. In your ski 4-stroke lights class, that is going to be mixed with the ski stock and 2-stroke limited ski class. We're going to be looking for Kenny Wong on the number 1 boat, Casey Kleeschulte on the number 4 boat. Of course, our buddy Brandon Crawford coming to you from Folsom, California. He is sponsored by Waterworks, and he is on that number 22 boat. This is Brandon's first race, folks. So put your hands together for Brandon Crawford, stepping up to the plate, carrying on the family name out there on the race course. Good to see him there. On the 752 boat from Layton, California is Gavin Hoggard. And rounding out the field on that 2-stroke limited, the 812 boat of Ty Milligan. Ty coming to us from Sparks, California, and he is sponsored by Tahoe 2-Strokes, Top End Unlimited, and Vintage Jet. This is race number 5 down on line. That means that race number 6. Race number 6 needs to come to staging. Again, folks, now down on line. This is race number 5. It's going to be your ski stock class, ski 4-stroke lights, and you have 1 2-stroke limited ski class. We should have 12 riders on the line. This is 3 classes blended, but we like to make sure that the lines are nice and full. We want to train you guys up under real world race conditions. So come October, if you decide that you want to race World Finals in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, we don't want you running in a class with 2 or 3 people all season. And then you get to Havasu, and it's like, whoa, I've got 25 international riders all around me. So we train to win here in Northern California. And as I said, this is going to be race number 5. Race number 6 should be in staging. That is going to be Runabout EX Spark and Runabout non-aspirated to staging. Race 6 to staging. All right, Robbie Hall. Long as whistle, let folks know it's time to go. On that pole position, that is the 812 of Happy. I've got it. Looks like it's going to be a battle for the first buoy, but it looks like the number 4 of Paul Coda, or it may be Casey Cleishulby. This is going to be tricky, guys. I'm pretty sure it's Casey Cleishulby on the blue and white ski. Should be running the Yamaha, because it's top tight with Yamaha. And if you've got a identical boat number to somebody on the line, first moto I understand, you know, we got a lot going on. Second moto, if you could let us know, and we'll decide which ski we're going to add an X to so we can make sure that you're scored properly. We've blended classes. The people that are counting laps don't know which racers are which. We want to make sure that you are scored properly. So make sure that your numbers are nice and large and legible. Working their way through the course here. It looks like we've got one absolute standout way out in front. Let's see who this is. Folks, put your hands together. This is the 508 of David Aperian out of Tucson, Arizona. And I am so sorry. I'm giving you this hour later on today. Cannot even read the numbers as the boats are laid over on their side here. But I see Casey Cleishulby working his way through the course, coming down the front straightaway. 7:52 of Gavin Hoggard out of Lakeland, California. Again, race number 6 to the line. Race 6 to the line, please. We're going to be looking for Kim Richards, Colin Richards, Michael McFarland, Jason Psycho Ward, and Doug Rule. Oh, write her down. Again, if you've never been to a jet ski race, you maybe wonder what the heck these people are doing out there with the big orange or yellow vests. Those are our course marshals and basically water safety. They're like an ambulance / cop on the water, and they are there every single race, making sure that you guys are safe. If somebody goes down, they'll pull you back to your boat. If God forbid you get hurt, they will take care of you. We've got a backboard that they'll load you onto, and our riders is doing an exceptional job. The course marshals also really working hard out there to make sure that you've got great racing. Got some dicing going on here. That is 812 of Ty Milligan out of Sparks. Thought it was Happy from Happy Eating in Air, but apparently he's pimping a boat and getting a new racer involved. So that's great. You see Ty Milligan from Sparks, California out there. He is sponsored by Tahoe 2-Strokes, Top End Unlimited, and Jet Ski. Well, I'll tell you what, Aperian putting on a clinic out there, that beautiful Kawasaki 4-stroke. Aperian, probably one of the fastest racers down there in his class in the Lake Havasu City, Arizona area. really impressed with that. We had a number of folks that came all the way from Havasu. We've got racers from Washington State. Really appreciate the support. Working their way through the course, that is the 85 boat of Hewitt Vader from Sammamish, Washington. Vader is sponsored by Blosian, Paulson's Motorsports, and Baymar Racing. This is the 4 boat of Casey. Cleach will be standing up, stretching his back a little bit, getting the kinks out. And right behind him is the 511 boat of Jacob Blue from Fresno, California. I hear a 2-stroke. Not sure who that is out there, but I'm thinking just simply by deducting, the only 2-stroke in the class is going to be 812 of Ty Milligan. And the 752 of Gavin Hoggard out of Layton, California. Ski class, please come in behind the starting line. Pay attention. 921 racer, I believe that's Kenny Long. Kenny, we need you to clear the starting area. Good job, thanks. Looks like he's trying to convey a message to our band snapper down there. Not a good idea to do it in the middle of the race, though. All right, there's that beautiful 85 boat of Aleph Vader. Aleph, unfortunately, going to the wrong buoy. Oh, but she's caught herself at the last second. She safely doubled back, and she lost the position, but at least she's not going to have to make up a lap. So that's good news for her, but tough break. Again, we've got something a little bit unique going on with this race series, and that we actually have numbered the moves. So it should make things a little bit easier for navigation. You can count, you can count to 11, you should be able to navigate this course. So put your hands together for these racers. Again, that is the 752 of Gavin Hoggard. Start finish. Race number six, Colin Richard to the line. Colin Richard, your moto is on the line. We're going to be looking for Kim Richards, Colin Richards, Michael McFarland, Jason Psycho Ward, and Doug Wolf. Your race is on the line. I see Wolf down there, locked, stocked, and ready to rock. Folks, remember, we're going to be needing as many volunteer holders as possible. It's a great way to get it in the water and cool off real quick and then get out without getting in trouble by Aunt Mesa for being in the water. Here comes Zapirian again. Zapirian looking smoother than a fresh jar of Skippy out there. But he's got some company. Let's see what happens here. Going to work his way around buoy number 2. And I think that's actually Aleph Vader. He's making some time on him. Gavin Hoggard holding his position there. And of course the 812 of Ty Milligan. That 22 boat, that is Brandon Crawford from Folsom, California. Crawford sponsored by Watercraft Works. He's talking with his dad who owns Watercraft Works. It's Brian Crawford. And Brian says that if you need any work done on anything that is not a race ski, he's your go-to dude. And I can tell you, knowing Brian for decades at this point, one of the most honest, knowledgeable mechanics out there. So if you've got a boat or a recreational ride you need some work done on, go see Brian Crawford over at Watercraft Works. Speaking of which, we've got some wonderful sponsors here at Full Throttle Watercross. We want to make sure and thank Commander Industries, Bomber Eyewear, and Marine One, as well as 771 Industries. Have another boat down over there in the middle of the course near buoy number 2. Mitch Dreek out there blocking, making sure that the riders kept safe. Derek is another Region 2 transplant. He moved down to Lake Havasu City about 10 or 12 years ago. And been racing forever, like before I even got involved. And then still racing and now volunteering as a course marshal. So really appreciate him stepping up. Nick Rossini came up. Really, really doing a great job, you guys. Dwayne Tucker and David Fisher, your Lumpia order is ready. Top End Unlimited or Moto options. Come down and get your Lumpia. All right, I see our race staff getting a couple of runabouts in the water. Kim and Colin Richards, they're going to go out there and battle it out. This is how you keep a happy marriage. You take your frustration out on your spouse on the course. And Kim is definitely out-horsepowered Colin, but I'll tell you what, they're both super competitive. Apparently, I learned last night that Kim is not a fan of speed on the road. She just likes to go fast on the water. We had a little cat and mouse game back from Wheatland, which, by the way, if you guys want some amazing Vietnamese food, there's a place called I Love Pho in Wheatland, of all places. It was awesome. But we had a little cat and mouse. I'm really glad that there wasn't a surprise sheriff visit, but yeah, Kim was not digging what Colin and I were throwing down out there, so Grandma still knows where the throttle is. Now down on line, this is going to be race number 6. Race number 6 is on the line. That means that race number 7 needs to come to staging. Race 7 to staging, please. Now down on line on that 11 boat from Anaheim, California, Ms. Kim Richards. On the 19 boat, also from Anaheim, is her second better half, Colin Richards. On the 66 boat from Elk Grove, California, is Michael McFarland. And I'm looking for Jason Psycho Ward. You know what? That's okay. Jason had a serious leg injury. Apparently he has tapped out. But Doug Wolf is going to step up, and he's going to run that runabout non-aspirated class on the 33 boat. Wolf coming to you from Manteca, California. He's sponsored by HydroTurf, Scat Track, Amsoil, and Ultimate Watercraft Performance. Coming to you from Elk Grove, California, is the 6'6" boat of Michael McFarland, and he is racing for Riva Racing, IPD Graphics, and Jet Trim. Rounding out our field, I'm just going to go ahead and mention both together because they have the same sponsors, Kim and Colin Richards. They come to us all the way from Anaheim, California, and they are sponsored by Colin Richards, PwC Engineering, Precision Watercraft Cleaning Products, Jet Trim, Works, and Moto United of Bellflower. This is race number 6, Moto number 1 on the line. That means that race number 7, our Vintage 550 Limited class, race number 7, Vintage 550 Limited class, needs to come to staging now. In that class, we're going to be looking for Mike Prodanovich, Tim Patmont, Andrew Cicere, Joseph Eagles, Bryson Olson, Cliff Castle, Jason Hannigan, Sean Lung, Dylan Thorwaldson, and let me know if I got your name wrong, and Christopher Kekkonen. Again, if I butchered your name, please come talk to me. That's never intentional. I always want to make sure and give people the right love. So if I'm mispronouncing your name, come see me. Race number 6 is online. Race number 7 to staging, Vintage 550. Race number 8, which is going to be your Pro-Am Ski GP, the big boys, the incredibly fast ski class. That is race number 8, and you need to come to pre-staging. Race number 8 to pre-staging. All right, if somebody lost a shoe in one of their last races, I know who the goggles belong to. Shoes and goggles have been located on the course. They're up here with me and announcing. Robert Stellhorn's going to bring those up because he's cool like that. Good watching out there, Robert Stellhorn. Thank you. We have already located the owner of the goggles who just purchased her backup pair. So she's good to go now. Folks, we want to be sure and thank Hydrolift USA and Works Racing as well as TC Freeride for their support of the Full Throttle Watercross Race Series. Giving us a lot of love and product and financial support. As I said before, this is race number 6. This is going to be your Runabout EX Spark and Runabout non-aspirated class. Down on line on the 11 boat is Kim Richards. On the 19 boat is Colin Richards. On the 66 boat is Michael McFarland. And on the 33 boat is Doug Wolf. In pre-staging, you guys need to head this way right now because this Runabout race will be over in just a couple minutes. We're looking for Mike Prodonovich, Tim Patman, Andrew Cesare, Joseph Eagles, Bryson Olson, Cliff Castle, Jason Hannigan, Sean Lung, Dylan Fordson, Christopher Kaikonen. Let me see, is there anybody else? Nope, that's it. So, race 8, Pro-Am Ski GP to pre-staging. Race 8 to pre-staging. We have a total of 14 races today, folks. That's actually 22 motos. We're going to run our 14 races. We're already at race number 6. Once we finish 14 races, we'll take a short lunch break, and then we'll get back at it. Not sure if we have any freestyle riders here today. Eric Roscoe, did you bring your ski out? You going to show us what's up on that Richter? No? I heard April can outride you anyway, so... Ooh, and you guys, I have a lumpia order headed my way. So if anybody's hungry, please come and help me eat these, okay? Hand them to this couple right here. If you're hungry, we have fresh-made lumpia. They're doing an amazing job here. Thank you so much. I'll have to stop by with some cashola for you guys here in a little bit. But thank you, Ben. No, that's fine. I even have dipping sauce. Oh, he puts them in there. Wow. This is fresh-made lumpia. Benz, is your wife busting this out or what? What's up?
So I want to thank my wife and my crew who's helping me out. Most especially my wife for supporting me. She's the one riding the pre-ordered lumpia. So if you guys want some lumpia, we have so much, and we can fry them, have them fresh for you guys, and enjoy it. Good luck racing to everybody.
Folks, if you've never had lumpia, it's basically the Filipino version of an amazing egg roll. And when they're made fresh, oh my God, they're so good. It's so good. So yeah, if you want something fresh and tasty, go see either Ben's for some fresh lumpia, or see the gentleman up there, and I've already forgotten the name of his taco stand, but we do have Ivan's Tacos. They are excellent. I've heard nothing but good things about their food, and they're up there next to the Risen Wild. Easy Up. You can go get some food, saunter over, take a look at all of the really cool donations that Pete Zernick has put together for rider Eric Hewitt. Eric Hewitt, unfortunately, we lost him a couple weeks ago, and so we're doing everything that we can to raise some money for his family. And there's some amazing donations over there. Pete's got some big ticket items. He brought down a bucket earlier that Camp Far West had put together for us, and it had a nice hat, had a bunch of koozies, all kinds of little things. But the big thing there was a season pass for Camp Far West for not only this year but next year. So that was really cool. We want to thank the folks here at Camp Far West, not only for giving us a great race venue, but for always welcoming us back. I mean, these people have been consistent. This is, for those of you that know what Body Beach is in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, Camp Far West is our Body Beach. So it's our version of it, and we really appreciate their support of our racing. photograph, you can hear how crunchy and delicious this is. That is good lumpia. These are great little, oh my God, they're delicious. Great lumpia. So if you want some, go see Ben's. They will hook you up. Not sure what's going on. It looks like maybe they're adjusting a buoy out there on the course right now, so we're taking a little break. All right, now down on line, this is race number 6. Race number 6 on the line. These are your runabouts. This is the Runabout, the X-Spark class, and Runabout non-aspirated. They are off the line, and I'll tell you what, Kim Richards, she is pulling that throttle. Let's see what happens. She and her husband, they crack me up. They're not the most youthful of people. They're probably almost as old as I am, and they're so competitive, and they're really cute. They get out there and they rail with each other. It looks like Doug Wolf out in front there on the 33 boat. Wolf coming to you from Manteca, California. He's sponsored by HydroTurf, Scat Track, Amsoil, and of course our buddy Brian Boel over at Ultimate Watercraft Performance. Speaking of sponsorships, let's be sure and give some love to Commander Industries, Precision Watercraft Cleaners, and of course Moto United Bellflower, as well as Pro Rider Magazine. All of these businesses have supported the race series, and we really appreciate that support. Working his way through the start-finish, showing everyone their way around the course. That was the 33 boat of Doug Wolf. On the 19 boat, that is Colin Richards. Colin telling you that he fully expected to get lapped because he's on a seriously underpowered runabout, but I see the 11 boat of Kim Richards. She is chasing him down. And Michael McFarland bringing up the field on that Spark. McFarland coming to you from Elk Grove, California. He is sponsored by Reva Racing, IPD Graphics, and of course, Jet Trim. Well, you can hear that little spark. I mean, it is just pegged on the rug meter. Listen to it. Wolf. Oh, is that Colin's boat? Wolf just hooking it on that X4 hull. That looks to be a 96 X4 hull with a nice little paint job. Doug Wolf running tech for us here this weekend, but he still likes to get wet. And it looks like Colin has been able to hold off Kim. Let's see if she can get through some of that rough water. But she's got some company. All right, Colin Richards, I don't think he has let go of that throttle. He does not want to lose to his wife, Kim Richards, on that 11 boat. They've been giving each other, they've been talking a little trash in the pits, let's just put it that way. Now down on line is race number 7. Race number 7 is on the line. We're going to be looking for Michael Pradanovich, Tim Patmont, Andrew Cesare, Joseph Eagles, Bryson Olson, Cliff Castle, Jason Hannigan, Sean Lung, Dylan Fordson, and Christopher K. Conan, I think. Race number 8 to staging. Race 8, that is going to be your Pro-Am Ski GP. Race 8 to staging, please. Well, he's having a field day. He's out there showing off. Let's admit it, you guys. Most jet ski racers really enjoy the attention. So Doug Wolf having a good time out there. Only person racing in his class. The boat is incredibly overpowered compared to the other boats out there. Richards able to hold his wife off. Kim Richards just waiting for him to make a mistake. And it looks like between endurance and power, she may be able to pull a pass off here soon. Trying to sweep that corner. And of course, Michael McFarland making the drive from Elk Grove, so it was fairly local, but he's out there on that Spark EX, which is the brightly colored ski, doing a really great job. Let's go ahead and start through the lineup. Robbie Hall, how many laps do we have left? 3 laps or 4? I can't count from here. 4. All right. That gives me time to run through the lineup because we've got some great sponsorship and a nice full field of 10 skis on the 717 boat from just down the road in Sheridan, California. Looking for some sponsorship. Put your hands together for Kristen Kekkonen on the 150 boat out of Reno, Nevada, sponsored by Southtown Stand-Ups and Moto Source. Mr. Dylan Thorwardson on that 69 boat out of Fresno, California, sponsored by Vintage Jet Ski Jambronis. That's a new one. That's an awesome sponsor. Folks, welcome Sean Lung to the field. Sean, I believe. Sean, raise your hand. Sean Lung, raise your hand for me. I'm not sure you can hear me, but pretty sure that this is Sean's first race ever. So let's show him some extra love. On the 53 boat out of Porterville, California is Jason Hannigan. On the 42 boat out of Gardnerville, California, sponsored by Top End Unlimited, is Cliff Castle. And on the 27 boat from Truckee, California, sponsored by Tahoe Two Strokes, Roz Products, Hovercraft, Moto1 USA, our friends over at Bomber Eyewear, No Toil, Wasner Pistons, Works Racing, Wax Racing, ADR Crankshafts, West End Racing, and of course, Winderosa, Mr. Bryson Olson. Bryson's down there on that 27 ski, and you're going to need to keep an eye on him because that kid is quick. On the 21 boat from Clovis, California, is Joseph Eagles. Richards, Colin Richards holding Kim Richards off still. I'm pretty amazed. Great moto going on here. On the 7 boat from Hawthorne, California, sponsored by Sandhopper Beach Wagons and Ace Performance, is Mr. Andrew Cesare. On the 3 boat from Lathrop, California, sponsored by Advanced Alloys, is Tim Patmont. And rounding out the field, multi-time world champion, sponsored by PCM Tile, Team Serbia, Shuki Racing, Intermoto, and D&D Motorsports. On that 2 boat, put your hands together for Michael Pradanovich. This is race number 7 on the line. This is your Vintage 550 Limited. Holland, I'm being told, made a boo-boo, so may have cost him a lap. He got a little bit lost. This is really an interesting course, folks. Usually we will start with the split. They'll go out, they'll sweep, they'll come through, do 1 lap, and then they'll come back, and one side of the course closer to us is generally got a split chicane. Here we're opposite. We go out, we sweep the entire course, and our chicane is on the far right-hand side of the course. So a little bit different, really interesting, and the racers are telling me they love it. It's really a lot of fun. So I'm going to have to take their word for it. I'm too fat and too old to race or ride anymore. But I got to tell you, this sport has given me literally decades of a lot of fun. Met some really awesome people, both racing and wreck riding. In fact, April and Eric Roscoe are over here. April used to do my hair, and I invited her on a houseboat trip. How many years ago? 20 years ago? And Eric was smitten. He fell in love. They got married. So they're still, I haven't seen these guys in forever. It's so awesome to see you guys. Yeah, this is a great race family. If you want to get involved and you're interested, please come on down and talk to us. We're more than happy to share our sport with you and how to get involved. It's a lot of fun. It's pretty wholesome. It's way better than any sport. So, all right, Colin, looking to see how overheated that runabout is, since I don't think he let off the throttle at all on that motor. But we are now down to race number 7. Race number 7, we're halfway through our races. On the first moto today, we have a total of 14 races. Each race will have 2 motos. You'll have your moto now and then another one later on in the second half of the day. All right, folks, I'm being told that during our lunch break, we're going to do a parade lap in honor of Eric Hewitt, the rider that we lost a couple weeks ago. So it doesn't cost anything. If you'd like to go out and do a parade lap with the rest of the riders, you are more than welcome to do that. Now down on line in race number 7, this is your vintage 550 class. We're going to get a couple of the boats out of the way here. Looks like they're doing another adjustment. That number 3 buoy has been giving us fits, and we've had quite a few people straight line from the 2 to the 6. So they're going to make another adjustment and see if we can get you guys back online. So our vintage 550 class, really appreciate your patience, guys. We're going to be looking at race number 8, Pro-Am Ski GP to staging. Race number 8, Pro-Am Ski GP to staging. Followed by, this one's getting fits. Women's Ski Lights. Women's Ski Lights, race number 9 to pre-staging. Women's Ski Lights to pre-staging. All right, it's going to take us just a moment to get these runabouts on the trailer. And we should be underway with race number 7. Again, this is going to be your vintage 550 limited class. Carrie Austin's in the house, the woman that started it all for us. Carrie Austin, it's so good to see you. You want to come and say hi, or are you going to be shy? She's not shy. She's Carrie Austin. How you doing?
Excellent.
Dude, how much fun have we had together over the years?
Ooh, more than we want everybody to know.
Some of it we can't share, but we had a good time in Florida for a couple weeks, didn't we?
We love Florida.
Well, I would love to see this race series go back there. It was a little bit humid, but we had a really nice turnout. We had a great race crew. We even brought, remember Yukiko Kume came in from Japan to race the race. So a lot of fun. How are you doing now that you retired from promoting races?
Excellent, but I still have to come and say hi to everybody and cheer them on.
Yeah, but you don't have to be here at 5:30 in the morning. You don't have to listen to people scream at you. You don't have to deal with all the before and after. So I want to thank you so much, Carrie, for bringing me into racing with your previous program. And we love the support that you're throwing behind Full Throttle Watercross. I know you've been really integral to getting this race series off the ground and helping Deegan and Colin and Kim put things together. What have you been up to down there in Arizona?
You know, it's awesome that these guys came up here because I begged them to come to Camp Far West, and here they are, and the racers showed up, so they'll be coming back. In Havasu, I'm flipping houses and running back and forth from Vegas and Havasu, just having fun.
You got a few irons in the fire, so we, as I said, we really appreciate your support of racing. Her son Brock was a phenomenal pro class racer. How's Brock doing?
He's great. He's rebuilt a house. It took him forever because of COVID, but he's about got that done, and now he's making a race car, so the next thing you'll see him race is a car.
We shared a little bit about that. As you know, my sons race, and I have no doubt that kid's just got nothing but fast blood in his veins between your ex-husband Bill and all the support that you put behind their race programs. Really, really thankful to have the Austin family involved with racing. So thanks for making the trek, Mama.
Honey, we'll have fun tonight.
Yes, we will. I had one whole drink last night and was pooped, so hopefully I can pace myself this evening. Huh? I probably was, man. I'm too old to ride. I hardly drink anymore. I can barely even call myself a jet ski racer. So. All right. Trying to get this boat back on the trailer. Folks, I apologize for the slight delay, but we need to make sure and get this boat out. And unfortunately, the folks that are loading the boat are part of the staff. They need to have some fun too, so we are only able to get the boat out here. It's just going to take another couple minutes and we should be ready to go. Got a little breeze coming up, which feels pretty awesome, doesn't it? You want to keep an eye on your easy ups, though. If you don't have any weight on your easy ups, you're probably going to want to throw some tie downs on there, maybe a 5-gallon bucket of water or something. You can always run it over the handle on your ice chest. That will help hold it down. But grateful for that breeze. It feels really nice. I see Jason Psycho Ward in the house. How you doing, Jason? He's busy. I have lumpia right here if you want some. I have fresh lumpia if you'd like some. I can't eat all of it. All right. The start-finish line has been cleared. And again, this is race number 7. This is your Vintage 550 Limited class. I know for a fact that there are several incredibly fast people here. And I'm pretty sure Sean Lung on that 69 boat. Can you raise your hand, Sean? Where is Sean at? This is your first race, right, Sean? You're the gentleman that I talked to last night? Second race, okay. All right, cool. It's going to be great to see you guys out here racing. You've got some excellent experience on the field. Going to be looking for Andrew Cesare out of Hawthorne, California. I personally know that he, Bryson Olson, Mike Perdonovich, Cliff Castle, the whole field is pretty stacked, but this is going to be a great show and great experience for you guys. So let's see how well you guys throw down. Again, that number 3 buoy is giving us fits out there, so he's going to do one more quick. want to be sure and thank our lap counters up there in the tower. You guys don't have an easy job. People think, oh, they just sit there and work on their can and mark a hash mark on the page. Not an easy job, seriously, you guys, because there's a lot going on in the field. So thank you very much, not only for our lap keeper and, of course, our 5-man, Robbie Hall, doing a great job up there. Robbie's been involved with racing in NorCal and at World Finals for, I'm going to venture to guess, at least 30, if not 40 years, a long time. He started when he was 4, so, but he's volunteered a lot of his time, and he came out to help us this weekend. Really good to see him up there in the tower. Coming back to NorCal, I lived here for 28 years. And moved to Orange County for about 10 years, and now I'm back where I was born in the Pismo Beach area. And I got to tell you, I've had the fortunate case of being able to travel all over the United States with different race promoters. I ran water safety for the national tour for a couple of years, and I have to tell you, the racers and the families in Northern California are some of the most welcoming, helping people that are so passionate about the sport, and I'm super proud to not only be, I consider myself to be from NorCal, but be affiliated with these people. Really, really good volunteers. Most of these people are working for little, if nothing, costs them to come out here, and that's so you guys can have a good time. So really want to thank our race staff. Nicholas Cini made the trek from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. I mean, I know I'm forgetting folks, but probably the one that deserves the biggest pat on the back is Vegan Newton, our youngster who is passionate for the sport and helped making it happen here. He put together Full Throttle Watercross, and he and Carrie and Colin and Kim put their heads together, and Carrie said, here you go, guys, this is how it's done, I'm out. And they are putting on a great race series. So we finally got that movie fixed. This is race number 7. This is your vintage 550 limited class. You want to keep an eye on that 2-boat multi-time world champion, Mike Donovan. Got a couple of runs dead on the line here. Let's have it. Looks like a clear start. We can have the 717 boat. Finally maybe loaded up a little bit here, but finally getting going. These, of course, are, and our number 1 rider out in front just going down and losing their skis. So that's the trick, folks. If you're on a stand-up ski and you go down, you want to do everything that you possibly can to not let go of that boat. If you're on a runabout and you go down, get the heck away from that boat. It's amazing how far a stand-up can slide. But as you can see, Mitch Dorica has gone out and picked that racer up and is bringing him back to his boat. Can't see the boat number, but I would assume, I think that was probably Bryson Olson. Tough break for Bryson. He's pretty darn fast. So he's back up in the tray. And you know what? I'm going to bet that Bryson is going to be able to pass at least half of that field before this race is over. Super quick, really showing folks what's up in the vintage class. Again, if you would like to get involved in racing, vintage class is where it's at, vintage sport class. They don't make these boats anymore, but there's a ton of parts and mods available for them. And if you can ride one of these, you can ride anything. Between that and the sport boat, these things will develop your core. Look at that, man. That is a 7-boat of Cesare out of Hawthorne, California, just laying it down. And I think it's so hard to see these boat numbers. I hear more whistles. That means we got another boat down somewhere. 42 boat of Cliff Castle from Gardnerville, Nevada, coming through. And that is the 69 boat of Sean Long from Fresno, California. Sean telling me that it was his 2nd race ever. So watching his aggressive style, this guy's got some skill. Got another rider down on the far right-hand side of the course at the end of the chicane. Looks like the outside split. These racers doing a great job of being situationally aware. Frequently, it's better for them to be able to hear an audible than try to catch your attention with a flag. So that's why you'll hear our course marshals alerting them with a lot of whistle, a lot of flag action, just so they know we've got a rider down. You need to pay attention and swing wide or slow way down. So I see Miss River Varner there on her beautiful 23 ski. She's getting ready for her moto. All right, race number 8 to the line. Race 8 to the line. We are looking for, and she's already here like the pro that she is, River Varner. On the 76 boat is Jack Briscoe. On the 88 boat is Jake Pierce. And on the 149 boat is Pete Zernick. On the 209 boat is Jacob Fruing. And rounding out the field for race number 8 is the 658 boat of Ian Roberts. Race number 8. Race number 8. Your race is on the line now. Race 9. Race 9 to staging. In that race 9, that's going to be our women's ski lights class. So if you're in race number 9, women's ski lights, you need to start gearing up and come to pre-staging. Robbie Hall, it looks like we're already halfway through. How many laps total are we doing? Okay, when you hold your hand up like this, your face is flesh tone and so are your fingers. 5, right on. We only have 5 more laps to go. Thank you, hon. You're awesome. See, Robbie's already got his flags crossed, so we're halfway through this mod class. Great seeing a lot of the a lot of old school racers out here. I know I talked with, and some of you vintage riders like me will recognize the name Mike Coe, former expert ski limited champion. Mike Coe will be out this afternoon. Have not seen Mike in a long time, but he's going to come out to the races and check things out and see how much things have changed over the years. So yeah, Mike Coe will be here. Talked him into it. He promised me. Nah, he's not racing, so you don't need any fiberglass repair, okay? It'll be good to see him, though. On the water right now, this is your mod class, vintage 550, limited class. Vintage 550 limited. That means that the big boys and big girls, you're going to be looking for a total of 6 racers in our Pro-Am Ski GP class. Folks, these are some of the fastest racers in the world coming to the line. On the 23 boat out of Riverside, California is River Varner. She's on that Commander boat. On the 76 boat, also on a Commander, all the way from Harriman, Utah, is Mr. Jack Briscoe. On the 88 boat out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona, formerly from Northern California, is Mr. Jake Pierce. Coming to you from Sacramento, California, on that 149 boat is Pete Zernick. And of course, Jacob Fruing from Chino, California, on the 209 boat. Rounding out that field from Sparks, Nevada, on the 658 boat is Ian Roberts. That is race number 8. Your race is on the line now, race number 8. Race number 9 to staging. Race number 9 to staging, please. You may notice just a little bit of a difference in tone on the boats. That's Jack Briscoe. Briscoe coming up to the line right now on his beautiful 76 boat. Folks, you guys are in for a treat for this next moto. This is going to be some incredibly fast people. On that 209 boat down there out of Chino, California is Jacob Fruing. Jacob is sponsored by U.S. Bowling Corporation. And I think Jacob has grown about 6 inches since I saw him last. Everybody's getting tall. Jake Pierce is bigger than his dad. It's crazy. Jack is a full-grown man. And this class, these are the fast boats. Whoa, laying it down and subbing it, doing a little bit of freestyle. Oh, cost him a position. Not sure who that was. They were totally submerged, so I couldn't even get a boat number. But that is the number 2 boat of Pradanovic. Pradanovic, a staple in not only NorCal racing, but at World Finals. And that is the 27 boat of Bryson Olson from Truckee, California. Olson sponsored by Wasner Pistons, No Toil, Works Racing, and Wax Racing, as well as ADR Crankshafts and West End Racing. White flag comes out. This is our last lap for race number 7. This is your vintage 550 limited class. Robbie Hall waving that white flag, letting us know you have 1 lap to make it happen. Watch closely over there on the right-hand side of the lake. And of course, we've got some pretty interesting action happening at the beginning of the chicane split. Let's see what happens. With these boats, they're so underpowered, it's so difficult to ride that anything can happen. You get off your boat, it can skip away and cost you 3 or 4 positions. This is the last lap of this race, though, so let's see what happens. See who our winner is. And again, race number 8. Race number 8, I see a total of, looks like 4 boats down there. I'm looking for 6 boats. I see Pete Zernick. I see Jacob Fruing. I see River Burner, Jack Briscoe, the 88 of Jake Pierce. So I'm looking for Ian Roberts, it looks like. I think he might be on the other side. I may not be able to see his boat. Yeah, he is. Right on. Checkered flag comes out. That is the 69 boat of Sean Lung. Not sure who was first through the checkers, but I got to tell you, Sean Lung, that was this guy's 2nd race ever, you guys. So put your hands together for these riders and give a little extra love to the 69 boat of Sean Lung from Fresno, California. All right, folks, you're going to notice a huge difference in the volume in just about 30 seconds here. We're going to clear the course, and our Pro-Am GP ski class, which is on the line now, is going to show you what is up in racing today. These are the newest. Well, you just saw some of the most vintage skis on the water. These boats are brand new. These are super fast, not only incredibly skilled racers, but very, very fast boats. A lot of them are custom hulls. We've got bullet hulls. We've got a couple of Kawasaki stock hulls with a lot of work done to them. And of course, we've got the Commander Industries boats. Jack Briscoe on that 76 boat and River Varner on the 23 boat are both running Commanders, along with Ian Roberts on the 658 boat. Jacob Fruing on that 209 and Jake Pierce are running on the Kawasaki SXR 4-stroke. And then, of course, Pete Zernick out of Sacramento, California on the 149 boat. He is running a bullet hull. So super competitive, incredibly fast, very loud. Your jaws are going to drop. If you have not ever watched a Pro-Am GP ski class, it's going to blow you away. So they're online now. We're getting ready to spark them up. That means that race number 9, race 9, Women's Ski Lights, needs to come to staging. Women's Ski Lights, race number 9 to staging. Race number 10, that is going to be Patrick Parker. I see you looking there, Patrick. You need to go get ready for pre-staging, young man. Going to be looking for Patrick Parker, Kyle Krieger, Trevor Jemsman, Nick Flowers, Matt Rawlings, Chris Wislett, and James Cosart for race 10 to staging. Race number 9 will be coming to the line as soon as this Pro-Am GP class leaves the line. We are broadcasting live on the Full Throttle Watercross Facebook page. We also have some drone footage being shot today. And of course, Mav doing the live feed for us. Really, really glad to do that. Thank you so much, Maverick, for coming out and making sure that we've got coverage for all the folks that could not make the trek here. They want to see what they're missing. And it's great because you're able to show the video after the races to your sponsors, as well as share it with your family and friends, you know. I see a second shoe being brought in. Does it match this one? Nope, not even close. I have a mismatched. I have a right and a left, though, so I got that going for me. If you've lost a black sneaker-style shoe on the course, we've got it down here. One more adjustment to another buoy. We've been having fits with the buoys, folks. They came out, they set the course up yesterday. It looked awesome. How many of you guys like these big, tall buoys as opposed to the round buoys? I think they're great because you can really see them. We're able to put numbers on the side. We've got great sponsorship opportunity, but the visibility is great. Problem is, they dropped the lake level about 6 feet, which caused some of the buoys to float, and then we adjusted, and then they raised it back up, which caused them to float again. So we're having to do quite a few adjustments today. I think once we get things squared away tonight, we should be good. But again, we're going to be running our Pro-Am Ski GP class here in just a moment, as soon as they finish this adjustment. Looks like Chief Course Marshal Robert Stellhorn headed out with the backboard. Notice, water safety always keeps a course marshal, and in this case, I believe that's Mitch Dorica, to the right-hand side of the starting line. He's going to be watching these racers to make sure that nobody's jumping the line. Honestly, he's got a lot going on. He's making sure that you've got a bow-eye loop so you can be towed quickly and safely if necessary, that you got a tech sticker on your ski, that you're wearing your helmet and protective gear, and then he's watching that line when the ski race starts. If anybody jumps the line, we're not going to red flag the race if it's just one or even two people jumping the line. We're going to notate that, and you're going to be down the lap. So you need to realize, oh, okay, I goofed, I jumped the line. Do I want to risk not taking that penalty buoy and hope that nobody else saw that, or am I going to have to go out of my way to take the penalty buoy? So don't jump the line. We're doing everything that we can to not red flag races. Then you'll notice straight out we have Robert Stellhorn with the backboard. Backboard is for extracting any injured riders, keeping a line, an eye on the line as you come out to the first buoy to make sure that you are holding your line. So you're being watched from the front side as well as the back side. And then we have another course marshal, Nick Lassini, on the far right-hand side of the course. Tomorrow, we're going to have a log jump, which makes things even more interesting. And again, if you've never been to a jet ski race, the log jump is basically, in fact, it's down here on a trailer, it's a long pole with ATV tires on it that spin. They're inflated, it floats in the water, and the whole thing spins. But you can't just hit it, or it will blow a big hole in your hull. You have to approach it properly, and you've got to finesse your way over it. So you can do everything from bunny hop, flip the throttle, whatever you need to do to get over it. And it's kind of like a whoop in motocross. You don't want to hit it hard on, you don't want to case it, but likewise, you also don't want to get too much air because that's going to scrub a lot of your speed and probably provide you with pretty crappy landing. Mr. Loyeski, how are you doing? All right, folks, this is your Pro-Am Ski GP class down online. This is race number 8 on the 23 boat, coming to you from Riverside, California, sponsored by Jeff's Ski Repair, Brad's Designs, and H2 Designs, along with Jet Pilot and 100% Goggles. Put your hands together for Ms. River Varner. And I'll tell you what, that chick is no slouch on the water. She's going to be out there running against some of the fastest human beings on these skis literally in the world, and that is not an exaggeration. This is the elite class. These guys are not only on incredibly fast equipment, but they know how to handle it. On that 76 boat, sponsored by Commander Industries, Jet Pilot, IPD, C4 Performance, Jet Trim, and Twisted Tin, along with our friends over at High Speed Industries, out of Harriman, Utah. Put your hands together for the 76 boat of Jack Briscoe on the 88 boat from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, sponsored by Marine One and CSM, Jake Pierce. Listen to the motors, and tough break for Jacob Fruing. His boat died on the start. Let's see who is going to make it to the first buoy. That looks to be Jack Briscoe, I believe. Difficult to see from here, but just judging by the boat color and his riding stance, I'm pretty sure that that is Jack Briscoe. Looks like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Varner, I believe, is running in 3rd place. Jake Pierce is running in 2nd place. He is on that bright green Kawasaki 88 boat. Briscoe navigating that split beautifully. Folks, put your hands together. This is your Pro-Am Ski GP class, Jack Briscoe, but here comes Jake Pierce on that 88 boat out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona, chasing him down. On the 658 boat out of Sparks, Nevada is Ian Roberts, followed by River Varner on the 23 boat. And I believe that was Pete Zernick. Again, race number 9, race 9 to the line, race 9 to the line. That means that race number 10, Ski Lights, your race is coming to staging. Race number 10, Ski Lights to staging. Race number 9, Women's Ski Lights to staging. All right, it looks like there's some activity while I was announcing that other race. Folks, Jake Pierce in the lead now. I'm being told that he spun out on the far side of the course. Ian Roberts looking incredibly strong. And I got to tell you, I've known Ian since he was 15. I was here the day that Ian came out for his first race. It was also Eric Hewitt's first race. They were youngsters. I performed Ian's wedding ceremony. He's married with 2 kids now. This guy is out here running with these youngsters. He's incredibly fast. And I think he may have, I think he has a special reason this weekend for doing really well in this race. So he's on it. He and Pete Zernick trained together forever. Really great to see the 2 of them out here. Pete did a ton of work for this fundraiser for the Eric Hewitt Fund. So if you're looking for anything, please go up there to Risen Wild. Check out all the donations that they've gotten. They have some great stuff on auction, some high-ticket items, some great stuff donated by Fly Racing. That is the 76 boat of Jack Briscoe chasing Jake Pierce on the 88 boat. And I believe Ian Roberts, followed by the 23 of River Varner, and Pete Zernick on the 149. Zernick operating on 0 sleep for probably the last 2 or 3 days. This poor guy works nights, has worked so hard on this fundraiser for Eric Hewitt's family, and then is out here racing as well. So I think he's probably pretty exhausted. I see him standing up, stretching his back. Oh, and he spins out on that far buoy, loops back around, picks it up. Here comes Jake Pierce again, folks. Put your hands together. He is low in the tray, carving that corner hard. But I'll tell you what, Jack Briscoe, he is on a tear too, and he wants a piece of Jake Pierce. Ian Roberts hanging right in there on that 658. And of course, the 23 boat of young River Varner. Again, another product of our junior race program. River Varner coming to us from Southern California. Not only is she absolutely stunningly gorgeous, super nice girl, and I'll tell you what, she puts a spank on most boys. Oh, we got a buoy that got hit over here. Folks, those buoys are not cheap, and we appreciate the fact that you want to carve that corner close, but you're probably going to knock something loose, so please don't do that. Here comes Jake Pierce. Looks almost like he is so low in the tray, it looks like he's on his knees. Crazy fast. Pierce trains with his dad, Joe Pierce, Joey Watercraft. They own Marine One in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Moved down there, I think, about 4 or 5 years ago. And Mom Laura Pierce, unable to join us this weekend. She's working on putting her new business together. But I want to give her a shout out on the live feed, Laura. Hopefully we will see you here at Camp Far West next month. Pete Zernick working his way through the start-finish line. And here comes the 658 of Ian Roberts. Ian and Pete actually came up together in racing, and it was so much fun to watch them practice. They would get right inside each other's trays and do an inside-outside pass. And watching them grow up on this race course and develop a tight friendship, really cool to see. Again, race number 9 to the line. I'm going to be looking for a total of 5 skis. We need Annie Donovan Castle, Ariana Chin, Alexis Chin, Britton Reinhardt, and Rain Porter. Race number 9 to the line. That means that race number 10 needs to come to pre-staging. Race number 10 to staging, please. Folks, put your hands together for Pete Zernick out of Sacramento, California on that 149 boat. Ian Roberts standing up, stretching his old man back. And that buoy is free floating now, so Jake Pierce doing what he can to make the buoy, but avoid hitting the start. Oh, this is going to get really scary real quick. If we can get Mitch Dorica to flag over here. There you go, Mitch. Yeah, this is a bad situation. We had the buoy got hit. So hang a hard right and knocked it off its block. That means we're going to have to take a quick break after this moto and repair that. Luckily, we don't have too far to go. Racers are like, hey, cool, I could pretty much straight line from this buoy to the next red buoy. So good watching out by the racers. When you're out there racing, everything happens so fast. We've got riders side by side. This is going to be Ian Roberts along with Pete Zernick, who Pete was looking for the buoy, and he's like, wait a minute, where'd it go? And here comes Jake Pierce out of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. I'll tell you what, these young guns are getting ready to show the guys that used to dominate what is up. Pete Zernick is going to mess around here and get lapped. But I think he's actually waiting for Jake. This is going to be, maybe not. See if he can moto with him. Usually whenever they get down like this, they'll slow down a little bit. They know they're going to get lapped, so they just play with them. But they also clear the line so they aren't locking crap in. Probably one of the most fun things I ever saw was we only had 3 people in GP class up at Mostel a couple years ago. So it was Pete, Ian, and our friend JB Gasparone, who we are missing this weekend. And they all went to the line. They all had incredibly fast skis. They were all set up differently. And at the last minute, JB said, hey, let's switch skis. So all 3 of them switched skis. And boy, that was really a fun moto to watch. But Jake Pierce making headway here, and he is now hunting down Ian Roberts. If he can get around Ian Roberts, he will actually have the honor of being able to say he has lapped two of the fastest riders in the world. So Pierce on a tear, making that pass. It's going to be great to see what he does in Havasu in October at World Finals. Jake's got a couple of world titles under his belt already. But with a legacy in his family, with his dad and his uncle, who are just incredibly talented racers, backing him up and training him, building super fast boats. I see big things still for many years to come on Jake's horizon. So he's making his way through that start over there on the far right-hand side of the course. Pretty much checked out. He's already lapped two riders. Folks, put your hands together for Jake Pierce from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, taking the checker in Moto number 1, race 8. That is your Pro-Am Ski GP winner for Moto number 1, race 8. Dyson here. Chris Silvera, how the heck are you, bud? Oh my God, it's Old Home Week. We got David Mike Wojewski here. Mike Coe's coming out in a little bit. Yeah, you want to, I mean, I had to beg and plead for that one, but it's going to be awesome to see him. Brian Crawford's here with his son, who's raced for the first time today. So, oh, Ronnie Parker's, yeah. It's crazy. And I got famous Bob Ferris here right next to you. I feel famous just standing next to you. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing great. Great to see you racing again.
What have you been up to? Are you in NorCal still, or I don't know? You're just like man of the world. You're all over the place.
Yeah, I live in Folsom. I've been there for the last 35 years.
That's right. Well,
I ride all the time. Still riding 440s, stand-ups.
And you're, what are you, 29 now? How old are you, Bob?
Yeah, 29 a couple times plus.
With a lot of experience, right?
Yeah, 50 years of riding. We'll go with that.
Right on. Yeah, you guys, seriously, we call him Famous Bob Bears. Famous Bears. This guy is an absolute legend in the industry. We've got quite a few legends on site, but I think you're the biggest legend. You've got so much history behind you. How old were you when you started riding?
25.
And you hang out with the likes of, like, who? I could mention some names. I'm going to let you throw them out.
Well, people I took riding for the first time would be Tony Corey, Larry Rippenkroger, Steve Strickland.
Yeah, people that, I mean, no big deal. Just, Larry Rippenkroger, multi-time world freestyle and race champion. He comes from Rio Linda. Did you know that?
I do. He was a mechanic at John Dee's Kawasaki in Rio Linda when I took he and Tony Corey out riding at jet skis at Folsom Lake in 1975.
Wow. And I was in the 8th grade. I feel so much better about myself now. So seriously, we're going to take a minute while they reset this buoy. But, yeah, funny story. I went in 2001 to Oceanside to the Red Bull Big Wave Bash. And Joe Kinney was in all his glory. And for those of you that don't know, free ride is like freestyle motocross, but it's on stand-up skis and sometimes sports boats in the surf. And Joe Kinney was the man. He was our Travis Pastrana at the time, right? So Joe's putting on his show in the bar after the competition, and we're all laughing. I see this man kind of sitting at the bar looking at us like, what a bunch of dorks, right? So he starts chatting me up, and he's like, so what's going on here? And I explained to him that we're doing this free ride event, blah, blah, blah. He goes, oh, they still make those things? I said, yeah. So I explained to him about racing and free ride and freestyle and endurance. And he's asking all these like real basic questions. And then finally I said, where are you from? And he says, oh, I'm from Rio Linda. At the time I lived in Sacramento. And at the time, my sons went to Rio Linda High School because they lived with their dad. My son's best friend was Balin Rippenkroger. The man introduced himself as Larry Rippenkroger to me. I spent 30 minutes explaining jet ski racing and freestyle to Larry. I felt like the biggest dork, and he's never let me forget that. But Larry's amazing. I mean, Tony's awesome. There's just some really great people. We're going to see you guys at finals this year.
Oh, absolutely. You know, a lot of people don't know, but I announced the races for the first 5 years. I announced Oklahoma, the Nationals at Lincoln, Nebraska, and I announced the first 3 races at Havasu.
All right, well, so Deegan, I just found my sidekick, my new sidekick, since Jason Ward's going to move away on us, but you're close and easy. We'll be back in a month in case you want to come up and chit-chat with me on the mic. That would be awesome.
We'll see about it.
All right, I'll take a read check, no problem. All right, folks, now down online, this is going to be race number 9. Race number 9. This is your women's ski lights class. I got to put my glasses back on now. I can't see. So they're going to get that buoy set. Looks like we're ready to go. I only see, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Looking for a total of 5 skis on the line. On the 26th boat out of Gardnerville, Nevada. Please put your hands together for Annie Donovan Castle. On the 27 boat from Novato, California. Folks, this is one of her first races. Put your hands together for Ariana Chin. On the 111 boat out of Nevada as well. She's going to be rubbing and racing with her sister. That is Alexis Chin. And on the 851 boat from Lake Havasu City, Arizona is Britton Reinhardt. Rounding out the field on the 921 from Lake Havasu City, Arizona is Rain Porter. And let's see who gets that hole shot. If I can have race number 10. Race number 10. Your race is on the line. This is going to be ski lights class. Race number 10 to the line. That means that race number 11, Vintage X2 open to staging. Vintage X2 open to staging, please. All right, the ladies working their way around out there, and I'll tell you what, we've got a boat down on the start on the far right-hand side of the boat, or course, excuse me. We have racers working their way through the split already. Again, if we can get race number 10 to the line. Race 10 to the line, please. Get a number on this boat. That looks to be the 851 boat of Britton Reinhardt from Lake Havasu City, Arizona. Britton is sponsored by Mojave Rock, Jet Trim, TC Freeride, Taylor Curtis and his crew over there at TC Freeride, Pro Watercraft, Go Fast Girls, Jet Trim, and Masonry and more. This is Annie Donovan Castle on her beautiful orange SXR. Annie, just racing now for a couple of seasons. I remember she came out to the Nautical when we were racing there, and she approached me and she was so nervous. I'm like, it's cool, don't worry about it, just have fun. That's the most important thing, right, Bob?
Absolutely. Calm.
Yeah, because if you get all wound up, then all you're going to get is gurgle gut and probably lost, right?
And a lot of crying.
Yes, a lot of crying. There's no crying allowed in jet ski racing, though, right? All right. They've reset that buoy. Britton Reinhardt doing a beautiful job out there. She is really riding nice and smooth. Ooh, it's toasty, but we have a nice little breeze coming up. Beautiful weather. It's supposed to cool off a little bit tomorrow, which will be nice. Bobby, you going to come back out tomorrow? Are you camping with us, or are you going home?
I'll be going home tonight. I've got honeydews to do tomorrow and probably get some riding in on Monday.
All right. Whereabouts do you ride out at Folsom?
Well, I ride at Folsom quite a bit. It's only a mile from my house in the long term. But my usual ride's on the Sacramento River.
Ah, so you're hanging out down there at Miller Park in the bathroom.
No, I ride it out by the airport, actually. So I get a couple of tanks in up there, and then I'm good to go home for the night.
Do they still have Swabby's on the river there under the I-5 overpass? Swabby's restaurant on the river, is that still there?
Yeah, Swabby's is still there, and then Alamar is the marina right next door.
Yeah.
My wife and I usually ride there, and then we'll have lunch or something at one of those two who's ever open.
I got to tell you, you guys, we don't even realize how lucky we are here. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I used to take my skis or my boat to work with me, and I worked at the money store in West Sac in the Big Pyramid. I'd launch after work. We'd go to dinner. We'd water ski. We'd wakeboard. We'd ride the jet skis, whatever, and then come back. You could do that during the week. It was no big deal. And then I moved to Southern California. It was like there's like 2 lakes that you can ride in, and a couple of places like Long Beach Marine Stadium. Speed limits and directional requirements, and they've lost everything that's fun down there as far as jet ski racing goes, unless you have a closed course. That you can't go someplace and back down and put your boat in the water and camp right on site and do it for, I don't know, what's overnight camping here is $25 or $30 a night, I think. I mean, we've got this is a gem. The river's a gem. The whole delta. We're really, really lucky. I mean, you live so close to Folsom Lake. If you can ride on a weekday, you're good, right?
Yeah, weekdays, even weekends, if you're off the water by 10 in the morning. It gives me 2 hours on the water before somebody else launches.
So have you met my friend Eric Roscoe over here? He lives about 3 miles from Folsom Lake. You guys know each other? You need to get to know Bob. They're awesome, awesome people. April and Eric Roscoe. So you guys get together, maybe you could teach Eric how to ride a little bit after April's done teaching him how to ride, right?
I've got 5 skis still, so.
So you can't park in your garage is what you're saying?
I can park in the garage. I can't park down the side of the house.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming out. It's so good to see you, and I do hope that you come back next month. It'd be great to see you. Folks, we're going to finish up this women's ski lights class. And then we're going to have race number 10, which is our ski lights class. We're going to be looking for Patrick Parker, Kyle Krieger, Nick Flowers, Trevor Jensma, Matt Happy Rollins, Chris Wislett, and James Cosart. Your race is on the line. Race number 10 is on the line. Race number 11, Vintage X2 Open to staging. That means that race number 12, skipped a page. Race number 12, this is going to be, ouch, the 30-plus stock ski class. Race number 12 to pre-staging. Race 12 to pre-staging. All right, folks, as I mentioned, we have a total of 14 races, but 2 motos per race today, so we're almost halfway through our race day. Today we got a little bit of a late start. Kind of planned on it. We had a lot going on here. We want to make sure that the course is set well for you folks. But tomorrow morning we're going to be starting a little bit earlier, and depending upon what the classes look like, we may have less race numbers. We'll just blend a couple classes. But right now we've got some pretty nice full lines. And again, now down online, on the course, this is your women's ski lights class. This is Miss Annie Donovan working her way. Boy, I'll tell you what, I've seen Annie ride an old square nose, but I haven't seen her on her new SXR, and she's looking really smooth. Nice job, Annie, taking that checker and finishing the race off. Great job, Annie Donovan. Annie is from Gardnerville, Nevada, and she is sponsored by Tahoe Two Strokes, Pro Watercraft Racing, PJS USA, BJ's Performance, our friends over at Fly Racing, and of course Easy Ski and Wax Racing. She's got a whole, I mean, my God, Testa Racing, ODI, Jet Trim, Flow Vision. And I got to tell you, Annie does hair. I've been kind of eyeballing her hairdos. Envy Hair is one of her sponsors, which I'm sure is one of her businesses. But and she's a Camp Far West local. That's the important part, right? Great job, Annie Donovan Castle. All right, race number 10. These racers are on the line. We're looking for a total of 7 votes, and it looks like everybody's checked in. On that 55 boat, coming to you from Galt, California currently, but he is moving to Lake Havasu City with his folks in about a week. He is sponsored by Pete Zernick, Happy Heating and Air, and of course, Mom and Dad. Put your hands together for Patrick Parker. On the 72 boat from Discovery Bay, California, sponsored by the Ski Clinic and Torrent Pumps, is Kyle Krieger. On the 117 boat from Concord, California, is Nick Flowers. On the 656 boat from San Clemente, California, is Trevor Jensma. Well, I'll tell you what, they're going to go side by side into that first right-hand turn. Let's see who comes out with that hole shot. On the 812 boat, out of Sparks, Nevada, is Matt Rollins. And of course, on the 855 boat is Chris Wislett from Martinez, California. Rounding out the field from Concord, California, on the 912 boat is James Cosart. This is race 10, Moto1. This is your ski lights class. Now down on line, we're looking for race number 11, Vintage X2. Race 11, Vintage X2. Your race is in staging. Vintage X2, your race is in staging. Race number 12, 30 plus ski stock. Brian Crawford, that is your class, dude. Strap a wetsuit on and grab your son's ski. That is going to be 30 plus ski stock. Race number 12 to staging. All right, we've got a battle for first going on. That looks to be the 812 boat of Matt Rollins, followed by the 72 of Kyle Krieger. And I was not able to get, I think it's Chris Wislett in third, but I'm not sure. Folks, make sure that you move your boats away from that yellow buoy in case somebody's steering cable snaps or their throttle gets stuck. You don't want to be in their target range there. I'd rather see them run up on the dirt. So if you're going to stage, go ahead and stage either behind the line or off to the right-hand side, please. All right, folks, we are looking for race number 11. Race 11. If you are running in the Vintage X2 Open, I see one rider to the line. Two now. Excuse me, two. I need race number 11, Vintage X2, to the line. That means at race number 12, 30-plus ski stock, you guys need to start heading towards staging. Race number 12 to pre-staging. All right, folks, sorry about that. Had to play a little bit of catch up. Now down online, this is going to be race number 11. This is your Vintage X2 Open class. Vintage X2 Open class online on the number 1 boat. Keep an eye out for this guy. He's incredibly fast. His name is Andrew Cesare, and he comes to you from Hawthorne, California. He's sponsored by Hopper Beach Wagons and, of course, our friends at Ace Performance. On the 13 boat from Sparks, Nevada is Travis Hayes. Travis would like to wish Goad Racing, Nasty Nicks Motorsports, and FAF Racing thank you for their support of his racing program. On the 33 boat out of Manteca, California, you saw this guy sandbagging earlier. His name is Doug Wolf, and he is sponsored by Hydrotur, Scat Track, Amsoil, and Ultimate Watercraft Performance. On the 99 boat from El Dorado Hills, California, he's looking for some sponsors. Put your hands together for Sterling Holden. On the 177 boat from Fair Oaks, California, sponsored by Two Big Performance, please welcome Tyler Toline. And rounding out the field from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, sponsored by VintageJetSki.com, Fly Racing, Blosian, and Jet Pilot, please put your hands together for the 223 boat of Louis Vendetto. This is race 11, moto number 1, your Vintage X2 class. That means that race number 12, 30-plus ski stock needs to come to staging now. Race number 12 to staging, please. All right, do we need any holders down online? You okay there, 33 boat? Yeah, Doug says, I don't need no holders. Forget that, I can whole shot this whole field. Race number 12 on the line, race 12. Racers for race number 12, your race is on the line now. Doug Carty Wolf from Manteca, California, out there on the 33 boat, showing the rest of the field the way around the course. Oh, all right, folks, what's up here? Looks like we got a battle coming around that front straightaway. Gonna hang hard right. That is the 7 ski. I think that's actually Andrew Cesare was able to get around Doug Wolf. And not sure who was on that green ski, but that looks like the 223 boat of Louis Vendetto making his way across the start-finish line. Again, race number 12, race 12 to the line. We have a total of 14 races today, but we have 2 motos, so we're almost halfway through the race day, folks. I know it's hot. You're probably starting to get hungry. We're going to take a little break in between motos, in between the end of race 14 and moto number 2 for race number 1. They're going to be doing a parade lap in honor of Eric Hewitt. And I ask that anybody that videotapes any of the activity this weekend that you be sure and share it with us, especially the parade lap. I don't have anything with my cell phone camera, and I'd really like to put something together for Eric's folks. Eric's folks and their children and Eric's dad, Bruce Hewitt. If they're not here already, they will be here shortly. And I would really, really appreciate it if you could forward any footage to me at lisaprice@yahoo.com. No periods or underscores. I'd like to put together a video for me of the memorial, so we'd really appreciate that. This is your sports vintage X2 Open class on the water right now. So I'm looking for Paul Cota, Kevin DeCarly, Brian Sue, Felix Bader, David Matarian, and Monty Hoggard. Your race, number 12, is on the line. The 30-plus ski stock class is on the line now. Race 13 to staging. Race 13 to staging, please. Sounds like a bumblebee. I'm sure that's Andrew coming to you from Hawthorne, California. He is sponsored by Sandhopper Beach Wagons and Ace Performance. Again, down there on that race number 12, 30-plus stock class, we're looking for Paul Cota on the 4 boat. On the 20 boat, there was Kevin DeCarly, and on the 24 boat, it's Brian Stewart. On the 4 boat, it's Brad Boat. And on the 5 boat, is David Matarian. Rounding out that third for the next row is going to be the 3 boat of Monty Hoggard. Race number 12, your race is on the line now. This is race number 11, Vintage X2 Open, off the course now. Man, you are showing up on time for your motos. This is awesome. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. It makes the day go by so much smoother. A lot of people don't realize what it takes to put on a race like this, but a lot of things go on behind the scenes, and it really, really helps when you show up, you're ready to race, and we're not having to hold it too much. So thanks a lot. On that one, though, working its way through the path on that Vintage X2. Leg drag action. That's great. Out. Doug Wolf is trying to make a run at him, but unless Cesare slows way down, which he may just want to play with Wolf a little bit. Looks like he's going to have a commanding lead. Looks like Robbie Hall is at the white flag for the last lap. The 99 boat of Sterling Holden from El Dorado Hills making his way through. And we got a sick boat, folks. I think that's Tyler Toline, but I'm not sure. Keep an eye on that green boat going to buoy number 1. He has got a sick motor. Right about now, the white flag comes out. They have 1 lap left to make it happen. These guys are exhausted. So when they come back through these checkers, folks, please do us all a big favor. Show them as much love as you possibly can by clapping your little heart out. Ladies and gentlemen, taking the checker, put your hands together for Andrew Cesare from Hawthorne, California. followed very closely by the 33 of Doug Wolf from Manteca, California. Wolf sponsored by HydroTurf, Scat Track, Amsoil, and Ultimate Watercraft Performance. Absolutely blown away at how many racers we've had come out this weekend. With the cost of gas and traveling, it hurt. But you guys stepped up to the plate, and it's so great. I pulled in here last night about 7 o'clock, and the cove was already packed with trailers and race rigs, and really looked great. So I think everybody wanted to come out and show Deegan some love for all the hard work he and his team have done in putting together this race series. Good to see everybody out. All right, that is going to be your Vintage X2 Open class finishing out the field. All right, folks, we've got race 12, 13, and 14, and then we're going to take a little break. If you'd like to join in on the parade lap in honor of our lost rider, Eric Hewitt, please be ready to go during lunch break. We're going to do a lap in honor of Eric Hewitt, who passed away just about 2 weeks ago. In fact, I think it was 2 weeks ago today. And we are going to have a fundraiser for him tonight for his daughters and his partner, Chelsea. So please, if you would like to take a look at everything that we've got going on up there at the Risen Wild Easy Up, they've got a ton of amazing donations. Go see Mariah Zernick. She can sell you raffle tickets or accept a bid on some of the big type ticket items. We want to do everything that we can to raise as much money for this family. These girls, we want to send them to college. We've got a 6-year-old and I think a 9-year-old. So open your hearts, open your wallets, go up there and see Pete and Mariah and score a great deal on some stuff and pay a tribute to a really great human being, Eric Hewitt. May he rest in peace. Now down online.